All right, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 10, and a special early hello to Cozy Plays Live and Maxine. I hope that you guys have both had a very good Wednesday. The previous episode of Alan Wake 2 came out very short, and that wasn't because anything was cut, it's because the system cut out on us. We went to take a quick pause after the save point that we hit at the end of the episode, and the whole system went down, and I mean the whole thing. I don't know what's up with Alan Wake 2. It seemed like it was running very well for several episodes, and we're going to have to find out live how it goes from here. But otherwise, I expect that we're going to be starting back in the lodge in Bright Falls, and there was at least one more puzzle that we were looking to solve in that sort of like previously swampy area, the flooded area, before we moved on. But yeah, Cozy Plays and Maxine, I hope that you guys have had a great Wednesday so far. If you have any feedback on how it's looking and sounding, that would be much appreciated. And otherwise, we're going to, I think, leave the lodge and head back out here. Yeah, that cult stash I think we were trying to work out, but there were one or two nursery rhymes that we were still trying to work out. And Cozy Plays was asking, like, is it like the curse of Alan Wake 2? It feels that way. I don't know. I've just not had the experience of a game that... Usually games are, like if we're going to have some difficulty running a game, getting it to stream reliably, that's evident from an early point. This game seemed to be perfectly fine for, you know, 7 or 8 episodes, and now it's... As you've seen, the last few episodes have really posed something of a problem. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And hello to Pirate Percy's. Spooky Magic Lake game. Yes. Possibly with a side order of lots of gunfighting as well. So we're going to head back out here. There were 3 testing chambers that were here, and I'm trying to remember if in the last episode we resolved 1 or 2 of the puzzles. What I do feel in my memory is that we found one doll. We found Monster Doll, but I don't know if there's another one. And hello to Solid Chrome Hickey. Maxine says it crashed during the last episode. Now, what was funny is it started buffering and then it came back for a second. The last thing you said was, "What the hell?" And then the stream ended. Yeah, no, it was a hard crash. Like the whole system went down. It wasn't just a game crash. And we'll just have to see if we get something like that. Now, I should note that for the first time since we started playing it, there is now a change to the game in that a new patch came out. It released, I believe, the second and final piece of DLC, so we may see that stitched in. But now the game has actually patched, like there's been an update. Whether or not it did anything except add that story content, that I'm not certain of. But we might note some differences because of that. I'm not sure. Oh, also, we do have a flashlight. Did I say hello to Solid Chrome Hickey? I hope that, Hickey, you also had a great Wednesday. Cozy Plays says... Yeah, we've opened that. Only thing it's weird that your audio to me, you seemed to rubber band like you say something and then say it again. Is anybody else having any sort of echo or repetition in the audio? Because that would be odd and concerning. Maxine and Pirate are saying not for them. I don't hear an echo on this side, but that's not to say that there couldn't be one. Yeah, boy, we got a lot of stuff coming through here. Cozy Plays, is it happening all of the time? There's no game audio, but I'd be very interested to know if you get anything unusual when something happens. I'd be cool with firing off a bullet, except I don't have a lot of those. And if you guys notice some hitching right there, yes, I'm seeing that as well. That's not just in the stream. Hello to Dr. Teflon, who says it's also solid there. I appreciate the feedback because, again, for anybody joining in progress, this game has not frequently been solid lately. Cozy Plays, is there any benefit to, like, if you refresh the stream, does it continue happening after that point? Also, I feel like I've passed the... Yeah, Ranger Station is over here. Dr. Teflon is asking if I played at release. No, this is my first adventure through the game. Like, this is main story. At least as far as I know. Well, I guess we're technically on side quests of the main story. All right, well, we'll actually have some commentary from Saga here as I guess wrong on these. A child needs their mother to keep them safe, and a home is their hiding place. That really feels like child should be at home, because outside the monsters roam and chase. When they ring your doorbell, don't yell, don't tell them to go away, give them treats and pray. They won't rock your house down to the ground. So I'm going to put child at home. Now, in terms of the monsters, that's an eyeball, it's not a sun. That's a heart. Maybe the mother loves the child?
Nope.
Okay. Does the mother give the monster candy?
Nah. Keep trying.
Okay, let's put mother at home. And monster on candy. Mother is capitalized. Monster is capitalized. That really feels like the two parts that we have here. Dr. Teflon is saying it was really rough at release. Cozy says it's not doing it now. Maybe it was on Twitch's end. Well, Cozy Plays, I'm also not moving right now, so let's see if it comes back when we start moving again. Because outside the monsters roam and chase, they ring your doorbell. When they ring your doorbell. And you can't put, like... You can't put two guys on the same point, right? Like, I can't put monster on there? No. Mother is capitalized. Mother keeps the child at home. Then again, maybe mother gives the candy. Maybe we put mother on candy. And monster on house? I don't know why that would make sense, except that's when you give them candy.
No.
Mother keeps them safe. A home is their hiding place. I really feel like home is in here. Home is in the mix. Monsters outside, roam and chase. When they ring your doorbell, don't yell, don't tell them to go away. Give them treats and pray. They won't rock your house down to the ground. I don't know what that means. I feel like I've tried every variant on this. We did so more in the previous episode, but we'll put child on there, and just for clarity, monster goes on candy.
Sure.
Okay. I firmly believe I had already tried that, but clearly I did not. Dr. Teflon is saying they improved so much they lowered the system requirements. That's refreshing. I feel like very few games do that. Oh, Pirate Perseus is returning to the shadows to color a cartoon. Pirate Perseus, I hope it's both fun and it comes out well. And we'll be here if you, thank you very much for the lurk. Yeah, I felt like we heard a doorbell. So we've got a trail to follow. But yeah, the child was at home and the monster was on the candy, but did I not try that? I really, really thought I tried that earlier. Okay, what, do I shine my light at the ground? I don't have infinity battery, but... Nope. Okay, so this unmistakably leads right here. Close the door. Unless it doesn't, unless it leads downstairs? That's a bit weird. Oh, no, look. There's a new set of footprints that comes over here. Okay. And
a
then
charm
we
for my bracelet.
got a coffee cup. Got it. Yeah, it must have been touching the bathtub and then new footprints appeared. So now the only concern that I have, hold on, let's go to our memory place, mind place, and not here. I'm gonna go over to the board. Okay, we're missing one doll. We know that. I do have the rhyme found inside the ranger's cabin, so we'll put that under Bright Falls. But then there was a list of... Was it this? Ranger Station, Bunker Woods, and Boatyard. Shoreline could have been that. Campsite? Shoreline. I'm concerned that I missed one. Ranger Station, Bunker Woods, and Boatyard. Well, the shoreline in the woods. Christ, now I don't know. There's the ranger cabin for sure. Campsite in the woods. Yeah, it's got to be all three. So what one do you think that I've missed? I don't know. I feel like we've done all of them. Cozy Plays is still getting like an odd echo. I'm not sure. I'm relieved that it's not widespread. It's still a bummer, Cozy Plays. I'm sorry that that's happening. I don't know if there's like... I'm not sure. And actually, that was it, as far as I know. Well, no, it's not, because we've still got this. And wasn't this... was this a key one, or was this a combination lock? Or was this I can't even find it? Didn't really mean to burn that battery charge. I hear the guy over on the left. I'm just choosing... No! Let go! Okay. I don't know how much more A I need to press. Okay, hold on.
Just around the corner!
Shit! I forgot that I...
The cult of the tree!
Well, that didn't really go my way. But we might get some ammo here or something. That'd be nice. We got... Okay, yeah. We got 20 bullets. Cozy Plays has just come to hang out. Well, I'm very glad to have you here. Let's take a look at this. No, I have no memory of this. Oh, yes, we do. Yeah, it's like a little picture of Santa Claus or something. I thought that maybe if we went to, like, where there was a chimney... Like, this isn't the largest thing in the world, nor is it the clearest, but that looks a lot like Santa Claus. He's got a red suit, he's got, like, a red, like, ball on the top of his cap, and he's going into the chimney. So... I looked in the fireplace, but maybe I needed to check the chimney. And also, like up there somehow. Or at the base of the chimney. You know what? I didn't look at the base of the chimney. Maybe Santa Claus dropped the key. I don't know how much more thoroughly the clue has to say chimney. Oh, hold on. Got it. Okay. If I haven't said it aloud, and I'm very concerned that I haven't, I really have enjoyed the puzzles in this. They're actual puzzles. Like, they make me think. Some of them are math related. Some of them are very difficult for me because they're math related. Sometimes they're just like, you know, this one is sort of like a cultural reference where, I don't know. I feel like Santa Claus is pretty well known, but there might be parts in the world where that just isn't going to play. They're just not going to understand what that is supposed to be. And I had to look at it pretty carefully to work it out. And then like the nursery rhymes and stuff, where at least I have to try a few different variations to get it. It took me forever to figure out that the hint wasn't Santa's butt. Why are we making this so complicated? Just give us normal fucking keys. Okay, well, hold on. Let's put this thing on the case board. So this is going to be in the Bright Falls area. A little silly, strange for a cult. All right, and then so here we've got some rifle ammo, and I can't afford to leave that behind because I'm not carrying the rifle because I ran out of ammo. So let's double check that we're fully loaded. For all I know, that's going to free up a inventory slot. No, it doesn't. So that means that we go visit a... By the way, again, that hitch, that, like, super long traversal stutter that never happened prior to this episode, that is not a stream thing, at least not that I know of. That is just happening in the world. Pirate Percy says the tiny cartoon has been colored, I think. Either that or a reference to that little Santa Claus cartoon. Or illustration. It's really more of an illustration.
Music.
Alright. I don't know that I have a lot of bandwidth for the fight. I feel like most pathways there are going to cost me more in resources than I'm going to get back from the potential kill. Power Percy is saying both can be true. It could be about both things. In both cases, tiny cartoons. Or maybe the both things was about Santa Claus and also... it's both a cartoon and an illustration. True. I feel like all cartoons involve illustrations, but not all illustrations are cartoons. I might struggle to define cartoon, though. I think one piece of feedback that I would have is I would like it... I feel like it's a common courtesy these days.
Hi there, little friend.
Yo, did I not pet this deer before? Because as far as I know, you can only pet deer once each. That means that either I haven't been in this room or I didn't... Oh, this is my mind place room. One thing I was going to say, I feel like it's a fairly common... courtesy to players these days to... Now, hold the hell on. Wait, hold on. Okay, maybe they stack it 4. Yeah, they stack it 4. Alright, so we'll put that away. And... rocket flare. We'll move this over. I want to move this over. We'll keep the batteries kind of together. Oh, and this coffee mug charm. Pop that out. There, we'll put all our flares together. There. Now everything's kind of together. Kind of together. Hold on. And move that over there. Done. All right. Now we've got a little bit of space, and we get to go back to get that, the rifle ammo. Hold on. I feel like we can go this way. Well, while we're going, during the last episode, because hopefully this is going to be a relatively mild hike out for the rifle. In episode 9, I was talking a little bit about that sci-fi movie Doors, which you kind of really don't recommend it. And I described it in the first part. There's a bunch of high school kids that are in, like, detention, and they encounter, like, this black obelisk-looking thing that, you know, is blocking their way out of the school, etc., etc. And then I started to talk about the second part, sort of like an anthology movie with different, I believe, different writers and different directors and a whole different cast of actors for all of the different parts. And part 2 is where it really lost me. Like, the thing with the high school students was dumb, but I don't know, teenagers can be unwise. One of the kids is shown to be the more impulsive of the group, and maybe there's some other thing going on there that, you know, was supposed to be implied, or it got cut out in editing, so maybe at one point it made sense. I didn't think that the story was well told, but the actors did their best, and hey, maybe it can get it better from here. And then I watched part 2 of this movie, which was, now there's these alien doors that have appeared. Millions of alien doors, and tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of people are either dead or missing or whatever else. So the government, capital T, capital G, has decided to send teams of people into the doors to explore them. And honest to God, the messaging here from within the movie is very inconsistent. To this moment, my best understanding is that people sometimes do come back out through the doors. Hold on. I don't know how many of these guys there are if I killed that first person. Where are you? But at other points, it seems like they say outright and or imply very heavily that no one and no thing ever comes back through the doors. So I'm just going to have to go with the one option that makes sense based on the narrative, that sometimes people do come back through the doors and they're crazy. Like they're no longer like operating in accordance with like the way that regular people do. But this is not really ever explained. So now they're going to start sending through teams of people to explore on the other side of the doors. What is with the traversal stutter? Why was that not a thing ever before? Let's relax. I don't know why it's happening, but I see it as well. So this introduces us to our team of 3 people. Woman, Guy, and Guy 2. I don't know what their names are. They were probably said at some point, and I just couldn't be bothered. So they're going to go through the door. They're wearing suits, like encounter suits, so they're going to be, like, presumably, you know, they've got their own air supply, and they're wearing masks and stuff like this. So they're going to go through the door, and they're going to explore it. And on their way in, they say, okay, so you're going to have 12 minutes to go inside the door. And guy number 1 says, wait, Alpha Team had 15 minutes, what's up? And the person on the other end says, well, Alpha Team didn't make it. I'm sorry, what was that? I'm sorry, wait, can you go back a second? You sent an Alpha Team, you gave them 15 minutes, they, quote, didn't make it, and your answer for me is now you're going to give me 12 minutes? Can I get a little bit more information on what happened to Alpha Team? It feels kind of important right now, or at least that's what my response would be. This team is completely unbothered. If anything, they're bothered that they don't get to spend the full 15 minutes on the other side of the door, knowing that Alpha Team didn't make it. So it just seems unfair that they also don't get to not make it. But okay, so now they're going to have 12 minutes. Then text on the screen reminds us that they have 12 minutes. Then two of the characters say to each other again. Now remember, we've only got 12 minutes. And like all of these things happen in the span of about 2 minutes. So I don't know what was happening that the writers of this movie felt like we needed this many reminders of how much time they were going to have. And then the team of 3 people. Oh, can I? Hold on, I can reload my flashlight though, right? Because I'm out of charges, I just noticed. The 3 people. So the door that they're going to go through is like bisecting a house. You can go in the front door of the house, but then you're, within that sort of like foyer, like the first part of the living room or whatever, you're going to encounter that door. So the 3 of them go through the door and they find themselves on the interior of another structure, which is apparently a different house, and it's all in like black and white. Oh, okay. And one of them like looks out the window, like glances out the window through like the blinds and identifies that this is clearly a different house. But what they see and why they said that is not explained. Like, what does that mean? Did you see a desert? Are you up in the mountains now? Is it an alien landscape? Is it all a big cartoon? What did you see out the window that led you to the belief that this is a different house? Don't worry about it. They're not going to explain that. And then, you guys, what's the first thing that they do? You guys, the very, very first thing that the team does. Just, I won't take a poll in chat, but just think in your second. 3 people go through a door that they've just been told the previous team that tried it, quote, didn't come back. And now they're going to go in and they have 12 minutes to collect whatever information they can about this phenomenon that is seizing, killing, or twisting millions of people. What do you think is the thing that they're going to do immediately upon arriving on the other side of the door? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If your guess is immediately split up and going opposite, Marquette got it. He got it perfectly. Immediately split up. Absolutely immediately split up. And then they go in opposite directions. They all go in 3 different directions. Now, I could now spend like an hour describing to you what they find inside of the house, but I will tell you now, it is A, uninteresting, B, unimaginative, 3, completely nonsensical, and I don't know, Q, doesn't explain fucking anything. It's just a bunch of stupid, boring nonsense that doesn't mean anything. It just chews up so much time. But it's so, like, the parts of the movie that, like, don't work properly, to me, are secondary to the basic writing tenets of how do human beings interact in a situation like this, and then to have the characters in this movie very consistently do the opposite. We're going to switch reality because it's time to do some Alan Wake stuff. Yeah, I don't have to do... Well, let me just check Saga's inventory. God damn, I have a lot of stuff. I'm so pleased that Mark Quack got it. I'm so happy. What is the dumbest thing that people would do in this environment? Split up? You got it. You absolutely nailed it. Okay, so... that's it. I'm going to throw down a real save because honestly at this point, who knows when it's ever gonna just... Was Monday before Thursday? No. Yes. I'm going to save it over Monday. No, that's... No, we want to save over the oldest one. We're going to save over this one. Okay, now let's switch back to Alan Wake, and we're going to pick up his story in progress. And I bet there will be story. And hello to Mark Quack, by the way. Mark Quack, I hope you had a great Wednesday. Okay, so if I remember correctly, yeah, go to Parliament Tower, which is... Yeah, that's the one. This is honestly, this is where I thought we were going to start episode 9, was going to Parliament Tower. So reality has been changing. I want to say that this is now a statue of Alan Wake.
Scratch was closing in, gaining control. I couldn't let him escape the dark place. I had to keep him from Alice.
And Cara Luna, thank you so much for the raid. Hello to Cara Luna and everybody coming over. I hope you had a great time. Blame Cara Luna indeed. And hello to Chamomile. Czar says, it sounds, hello to Czar. Sounds like the Door movies are worse than Manos. Are there multiple Door movies? Because I only knew about Doors and it was not good. I don't understand how that script got turned in with those characters behaving that way with so little justification for what they were doing and why, and everybody was just like, yeah, this seems to make sense. And like, people don't always make the wisest decisions, but so for Carolyn and everybody else, we are just sort of vaguely describing a movie called Doors, which I very, very much recommend that people do not watch. Mark Rock is saying Wednesday was actually pretty good. I'm procrastinating.
Go to hell!
Hold on, Mark Rock. We'll return in just a second. Return 5 or whatever. Oh, I don't have my flashlight apparently. Now I do. Very quickly. Doing a cleaning of the house because he's getting a new fostering tomorrow, a little 4-month-old that needs socialization. So Taffy will be in the cat room for a few days while he acclimates, and I says how much work socialization he needs. Mark Quack, I'm very, very glad for the cat that you are back at it, because I think that you do an exemplary job of that. Let's check the computer. How is everything from Barry to Alice? Oh, in 2023, I honestly started to think that Barry had died. Hey, Alice, is everything good with you back home? Just checking in. Tried but couldn't reach you. You are probably just deep in your creative process. I know how you artists get when you're in the middle of your projects. Everything else disappears. If you call back and can't reach me, I'm doing whatever it is an executive producer is supposed to do. Still a mystery to me. Oh, and if you want me to help with anything, business related to your exhibition, just say the word, your pal Barry. Wait. And that's the most recent one. Back in March, Barry had said, hey Alice, sharks circling. They now want to turn what happened into Al into a movie and or a TV show and or get this a fucking video game. I told them to fuck off. Also, in case you hear about this from somebody else, a true crime writer named Tammy Booker is working on a book about Al. I hunted down her publisher and told them we'll sue. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Your pal Barry. In June of the previous year, hey Alice, checking because I haven't heard from you. Everything good back there? I've been trapped in non-stop meetings with no breaks. Open kimono. I have considered peeing in a mug, and lunches be damned. How these people ever get a movie made when all they do is sit in meetings is beyond me. Your pal Barry. Barry again to Alice. I noticed that Alice is never writing back to him, but this is very Barry. This is May of 2022. Hey Alice, you're gonna think I've been replaced by an evil double, but I've joined a cult and I love it. Joking about it being a cult, kind of. Blessed wellness retreat. Working with Al or the Andersons was tough sometimes, but these movie biz types are insane. My stress levels were through the roof, but then I was tipped off about the retreat. Best decision I ever made. I've never felt this good and, well, healthy. The guy who runs this place, Chester, is a goddamn miracle worker, not a wacko in any way. I know you think I'm full of shit, but I have lost a ton of weight and you wouldn't recognize me. Chester said I'm lucky to have ended up here. That something bad would have happened to me if I'd stayed in New York. I believe him. I wasn't feeling great after everything that happened, especially after those FBC creepos wanted to chat with me, enough to turn anyone into a conspiracy nut. I hope you're good over there. Come visit any time. West Coast is not as bad as I made it sound in my earlier mails. Your pal Barry. If I was Alice, like given everything that went down in and around New York, like that was the place that she shared with Alan, I might take him up on the be someplace else. And then finally, this is all the way back in July of 2021, with the current date, I think, being 2023. Hey, Alice, I'm more fish out of water in Hollywood than I ever was in the Pacific Northwest wilderness. These yuppies have their glow-in-the-dark teeth. With their glow-in-the-dark teeth, couldn't be more fake if they had 6 fingers. And everything is so fucked. Is that an AI dig? Is that a dig against AI? Because I'm full on here for it. And everything is so fucking great all the time, even when in fact it's the opposite. More than once, I've thrown up in my mouth during meetings with these movie exec jerks. But I gotta be here to look after Al's legacy. Everyone wants to gobble up the film rights to the Casey books, and they have moronic ideas of what to do with them. It's my job to herd this horde of tanned zombies into the general direction of something resembling good taste. I'm painfully aware of how deeply Al would have hated adaptations if they didn't do justice to his vision. He was a master of hating things deeply. Although I didn't personally witness that much passion one way or the other in Alan Wake, being described as a master of hating things deeply, I do enjoy that for good reasons. I mean, that's why we loved him so much, right? Anyway, gotta hop on another video call to talk about casting. Your pal Barry. Pirate Perseus has to head to band. Pirate Perseus, you have a very busy schedule. I hope that you have a good time at band practice, and fingers crossed, we will see you when you get back. Fingers crossed.
For months after Ellen died, I didn't leave the apartment. I was flattened by the confusion, the shock, the guilt, fear. I could barely get out of bed. Barry Wheeler started visiting. He even cooked me meals. I couldn't stand the guy when I first met him, but he's a better friend than I gave him credit for. And he still checks in, even after he moved out west.
Now, I notice up here, trigger when viewer is close intimate is underscored, but intimate, I don't know if that means like a certain range, or if it's that the topic is very intimate. Clearly we're supposed to go this way. I'm just noting that, but there was one other way that I wanted to look at first. Oh, we got these swirly doors.
I needed to get inside the manuscript.
Pirate Princess says it's unfortunately busy sometimes, but marching band ends next week, and indoor doesn't start until December. Hopefully you'll have a good time. Yeah, it'll be nice to have a little bit of a relaxation. Little bit of a break between those.
Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
Okay, and I don't want to shine my flashlight around in here. So these might be... Another thing to consider is that Alan might be real Alan Wake, which is what I'm terming the guy that we are currently. I think he's the real deal. He might be, peeking out into the real world, into Alice. She might be perceiving him, and then maybe that's what she's seeing there, coming out of the elevator, for example, or as the bloody mess up there could be an example of a time that I died. Now, what does this say up here? No such things as too personal. The photos are me. Interesting. Just need to show a glimpse. Make you see what's beneath the surface, and then just a post-it note saying okay, followed by a lot of other post-its saying yes and no, but mostly no's. There's one yes. All right. Hello to Addie, and also Inner. I never understood how you could walk with an instrument like a xylophone and still play it. So, for a brass instrument, because that's what I played, not well, but for like a brass instrument, and I think to an extent like a woodwind, you can, like, you steady it with your mouth. Like,
Alice's work had consumed the apartment. Her whole life.
but you're right, Inner. And then drums have a relatively broad section to hit, I think. That's going to start playing when we approach it, I think. Or is that not the next one up? Oh, we might have to do this one next.
One morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window. It was a balloon of some cartoon animal. And I looked out at the street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world. It was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed. And I picked up my camera.
And hello to Grumpy as well. I bet that other one's going to turn in. So this was part 2, the comeback. Weakness is clarity. Also, Caroluna is saying that he saw a video of 37 odd games that compared their ray tracing settings, and Alan Wake 2 was among the top ones, using the best implementation apparently from the before and after pictures and videos contained within. At least I saw a visual difference in a few of them. Realistically, in most cases, it would not be something I noticed during gameplay. Maxed out in Cyberpunk, however. Yeah, Cyberpunk looked great.
There was something in the dark. Something I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for.
This was part 3, the search. Clarity is purpose. So weakness is clarity and clarity is purpose. And now I don't remember what the first one said. Yeah, Pirate Percy's, hold on, before we go in there, said that a lot of the, what do you call it, the mallet instruments don't march, and the ones that do have, like, very broad keys to hit. Because, yeah, Innertooth brought up a good question. I didn't know how they played.
There's a world hidden behind ours. A dark tide ebbing and flowing against reality. Faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot, put a cage around the infinite and capture it. I need to prove those faces are really there.
Oh, is it time to go in? I just want to look at this first. The realization, purpose is strength. Uh-oh. Wait, if weakness is clarity and clarity is purpose and purpose is strength, then weakness is strength. Truth is a lie, freedom is slavery.
full manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness. Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in Return. Not yet. I'd write her in, try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end.
It's nice occasionally for Alan Wake to die when it's not my fault. Chamomile asked if that's a 1984 reference. It sure is. Like, if we're gonna go with Newspeak, we might as well go all the way. Truth is a lie, freedom is slavery. Everything is permitted. What's the Assassin's Creed thing? I played so much Assassin's Creed things, you would think that I would remember it. Something, nothing is true, everything is forbidden. I don't remember. Inner, hello to Inter if I didn't get there earlier. My 3060 has no issues with Cyberpunk, says Inner, but I only play at HD, not 4K. Carolina does not own Cyberpunk and has no plans to get it. Yeah, it doesn't outwardly seem like a Terra Luna game, although sometimes reaching outside your established genres can be fun. Talking about HD with full settings, says Inner. I don't know how maxed out now is, but they keep adding new levels to it. Yeah, it's not uncommon to have games like ultra settings that are simply not intended for the current thing. This is probably very loud, you guys. I think we'll move on. Oh, interesting. Carolina has a 3070. I would expect that to handle clans pretty well. Anyway, let's go forward here.
Scratch stopped me before I could finish my edits to the manuscript. The memory of my edits was already fading. Terrible things would happen if the manuscript came true. Scratch was there, at Parliament Tower, undoing my work. He could use the story to escape. He could go after Alice.
Okay, well, we'll go look at that in 1 second. Let me just, cross off all these so that we don't have the gold dot. And that wasn't quite it. Yeah, we want to go to television. I mean, these are great, and I really like the... To me, just like doing a monologue directly to a camera lens, I actually think that that's probably really difficult based on the words of the actors who have done so and said it's really difficult. I think Matthew Broderick said that one of the...
I needed a new draft of the story. One that would get me ahead of Scratch.
One of the toughest acting jobs he ever had was Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where he had to do these fourth wall breaking, look directly into the camera and act. And he said that that was incredibly off-putting. So, right. Oh, okay. I thought this was crossed off for me before.
Zane had said we worked on Return together. That was a lie. Scratch wrote Return. I would pay Zane another visit. He had guided me to 2 murder sites. I needed a new one to get back to Parliament Tower. A new draft of Initiation.
Let me just do the once around. I feel like I never ever find anything and we just go directly into the television, but it's always going to be that one time that we don't check. Oh, and I will save it. Yeah, because we can hit save on here. Chamomile is saying that it's been a long time since reading 1984. Yeah, I read it a few years ago, probably less than 5. 3rd October. Wow, that's a really old one. We'll go ahead and overwrite that.
It was locked from the other side.
Oh, yes. Hold on. So, double-barreled shotgun we want to hold on to. Flare gun ammo, that seems like a lot. Do I even have a... Oh, I don't even have my flare gun on me. Do we want the flare gun on me? I mean, probably. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put away some of these trauma pads. And one thing of pills. You know what? I'm going to put away an additional thing of pills so that we can at least pick up one. And I'm not like highballing it here. I'm just saying that like I want some inventory space. And then the flare gun ammo. So much flare gun ammo. Yeah, I'm going to say that this gets me... We've got 4 open inventory slots. I feel like that's good enough. Quick save. All right, let's go into the TV. Princess Casey hates masks and then says it's Resident Evil. Oh, the inventory is Resident Evil?
I don't have time for this, so let's get over with. Tell me, was this all fake? A show?
No one said otherwise, Mr. Wake. It was to indulge you, but we can stop pretending now.
Masks come off.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I don't even think you know who's under your mask, but you know how to make things difficult for yourself. All these rules, endless, convoluted loops you insist on going through. You are so lucky, you know. There are so many people helping you. Armies of people. Myself. Your wife.
Alice. I need to get to her. She's in danger.
She is. Because of you. And so is someone important to me, someone you pulled into this. You keep opening doors. Peeking in. Reaching through to get what you want, and that puts you in my path.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go now.
Maybe you will make it through this time. This has gone on long enough. This and our night springs. It was a nice distraction.
It's time someone gave me a straight answer here.
The next time we meet, the circumstances will be very different. And you would do well to return the favor by playing your part. Or stay out of my way, Mr. Wake.
Whatever you say. Door, Zane, the masks were finally coming off. Was it a sign I was closer to escaping? I had no time to waste.
And hello to Patikin and everybody raiding over. Patikin, let's see, Maxine, everybody else coming over from Astrobot. I hope you had a fantastic time. As you can see, we're playing some more Alan Wake 2. I, honest to God, have absolutely no way to characterize how far into the story we are, but here we are. Oh, and by the way, as recently as the last episode, I had asked aloud, could it be that Warland Door is Saga Anderson's father? Which, like, who else could it be? It's not Alan Wake. You know, from what we saw in photographs, like, you know, Saga Anderson's mother was, if not white, then very light-skinned, and it opens the door to, like, who else could it be? We know what Barry looks like, so it's not going to be Barry Wheeler. And they kept playing so, like, you know, deliberately going out of their way to not give a name. If they just said, oh, yeah, it's Edward, it's Travis, like, oh, well, then I just assume, okay, then we don't know that person.
The door was locked.
For them to have been so cagey with who it was, I felt like we were being led in the direction of Warland Door, and maybe, again, maybe it's misdirection, but at the moment, really feels like that's who he's talking about. Okay, I don't want to have a fight with just paper dolls, so be on your way. What chapter are you in? So, I'm in a return chapter, but I don't remember if it was like return 1 or 2 or whatever. There he is. Hey, our buddy, Matthew Peretta. Oh, also, Patikin, I did see that the final DLC for this had come out. It's like return 5 or something. I always sort of like miss the number of what it is. Hold on, let me just make sure there's nothing over here. Besides, like, seats or mirrors, do you have a name for these things? Like the areas where people are getting their makeup put on? They're getting ready for the show? And then as far as Saga goes, we just did a whole segment where we, like in the previous episode, we wrapped up business around the old folks' home. After we went to the retirement home and we did the main story stuff there and settled up with, I don't know, the mean old woman. Yeah, no, I'm frequently stuck in a loop.
Hurry, Tom. Here is the light at the end of the tunnel.
All right.
If you come in last, you won't be happy.
All right. Well, last in regards to all of the other people I'm in a race with, or last after I check all the doors? Because I got a lot of ammo and stuff right now, but I could always use a little more. What was it that Mr. Burns said? I've accomplished so much in life. I've gathered up so much money, but I would give it all up for just a little more. Oh, I really liked that Mr. Burns back in the day. People have said to me that, like, The Simpsons got good again, but I can't say to it one way or the other. All right, let's go visit with Ahti.
Jumalauta, that held you close, Tom. Mottako onward, set the granny in the snow. When the panic is biggest, the help is also near.
Door didn't seem happy to see me this time.
Fearing the master is the root of wisdom. But don't let the game get you down. He's playing his role. Maybe put him in your films, Tom, like you have put me. Sehän olisikin.
What films?
I'm a fan of your masterworks. There is Tom the Poet, my favorite, and Yötön Yö is the most famous one, of course. And is it true what I hear, that it's coming back to cinemas soon? Is there a bottom to this rumor?
I need to get back to my apartment. Can you help me?
Well, plan is half done. You asked me to make sure you won't forget mikä se valokuva oli? The light pictures. The photos you artist wife took. They are waiting in the shoebox in the basement. What you leave behind, you find in front of you.
Okay. Thanks, Adi.
Adi? Is that how you're supposed to say it? Have I been overpronouncing the T? Because I assumed that, like, Matthew Peretta was given the inside scoop on how to say it.
To seeing Yöten yö in the cinema. But first, I work. And the work won't end even when you do it, perkele. Ei siinä. One potato at a time. Just remember, Tom. The brave will eat the pisu.
Does anybody know, is Adi, is that just how you'd say it? And hello to Jab! Also, I think it was Carolina was saying, I think it was Carolina was asking, was The Simpsons ever bad? There's a lot of seasons in there. I still greatly enjoy the early seasons of The Simpsons. Like, sometimes they'll show those on reruns, and I still have a very good time with them. For a while, The Simpsons got, like, extremely self-referential, just kind of felt like a lot of lazy writing. I mean, I don't... It's hard for me to... I hope this is right. God! I was looking for the shoebox. I'm still in the basement, I guess. Well, I'm just gonna quick save it. Also, Patikan, I did see what you said about the, I haven't done anything yet. I'm not switching back to Saga yet. Oh, is this a shoebox? Well, it is, but I don't know. I don't see any photographs in there. Okay, I can, like, use the lamp here, but let me look around for half a second. Patikan was saying that the Night Springs DLC is integrated into the main game, much like the Night Springs DLC. Wait, what did I say? The Lake House DLC. I don't remember what I just said. The Lake House DLC is integrated into the main game, but he's decided that he's going to, like, do New Game Plus and play it that way. Wait, so now I'm back on the Adi side of things. Yeah, hold on. Maybe now we can go back here. But Jav, I hope you're having a good Wednesday too, so far. But yeah, like, I don't know. The Simpsons didn't get bad in the same way that, like, South Park got bad. It just got, like, not very funny. And then I've heard people say that, like, more recently it's gotten, like, a lot better. You see, the trouble is, I don't know what I'm changing. This is, like, a whole other area. I am here over the laundry. And I feel like this doesn't have... Wait, is that the shoebox that I'm looking for? Or is that the shoebox that I came from? Well, the only way for me to know on that map is to go over to it. Okay, well, I'm here. This has coffee and janitor's bucket and a shoebox, but again, not the... That's Mr. Door's place. Oh, and I gave up a light? I don't feel like I want to give up a light. Shit. Now I don't know what I want to do. Like, the thing for me with The Simpsons is, at a certain point, they, like, early on, and I want to say like, I don't know, season 7 or 8, I don't know, they would start making like references that were clearly jokes about like how hackneyed and predictable and how much a show would have to stretch over time to come up with novel plots for well-established characters to go through. And they'd be like, the Simpsons are going to Monte Carlo, and it would just be like this kind of quick throwaway joke. But then like within a season or two, they actually started having stories like that. Like those were no longer jokes, those were actual stories that the show was embracing. Like, oh, the Simpsons, and like the Simpsons Go to Australia was an example of that, which like that was still when the show seemed pretty funny, but it got more and more absurd and the characters became less and less consistent, and I don't know, it stopped working for me for a long time. Is it better now? People have said.
To get to Parliament Tower, I needed to find a murder site. Zane would know where to find one.
Okay, well I found a echo here, so we're gonna figure out where this goes.
Inside this messy maze of blood trails I was chasing the cult through, I ran into the filmmaker, Thomas Zane, an esoteric bohemian with a hard-on for acts of cruelty performed in the name of occult nonsense. A director wants to control every aspect of the world in their films. Is the cult leader any different? Was Zane just another alias for Scratch? There was a rumor that Wake and Zane had been working on something together. I was going to get the truth out of Zane with whatever means necessary. Alan Wake.
All right, and hello to Piero as well. Piero is noting that I still didn't get the photographs. I was starting to decide that I couldn't get the photographs, but if I can, I'd like to give it a shot. Ati specifically said they were in the basement, and I mistook this for the basement. I guess this is currently a service tunnel. Let me go back a little bit further. Maybe it's back through where Ati was.
I couldn't force it open.
Hold on, let me check the map. Yeah, I may not be able to go back upstairs. Although, what if I switch this light? Does that open that up at all? Yeah, here's our space. Then grab the light again. Before we do, just take a look around this reality. Oh, I feel like we have. Yeah, this is kind of it. Jab has not been watching the whole game and is curious if it makes sense. Well, it makes sense in the logic of Alan Wake world, which is the characters themselves are not clear on what's going on, trying to work out the rules, if any exist, and are sometimes misstepping or making incorrect assumptions based on the knowledge that they have. So it's a very interesting story. What I can say is that you do get the sense that this is all operating according to a set of rules, even though the characters themselves may not fully understand it. And I see the light. I'm just wanted to look around it first. But I feel like there's a lot of, like, deliberate obfuscation. Like, and please don't tell me about this. Is this the mailbox?
These were Alice's photos. I recognized the style. One showed the clicker sinking into darkness. The other showed a light in the shape of a bullet. They were important, even if I didn't know what to do with them yet.
Hooray. All right, maybe that's everything that we needed to get. What I was about to say is that I currently feel very doubtful that Alan Wake in the real Bright Falls is the same guy that we are currently playing. Was I done? Hold on. I feel like we're done. I feel like I've done everything that we can in this space. We have to change reality. Is that wrong? Oh. Well, if I really wanted to be in this cramped death hole, I guess this is how I can get here. Oh, Carolina, thank you very much for the hug. I thought we'd set alert command, but it may not be fully functional. All right, Moose using a computer. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to what's it called? So I'm still looking for a murder site. We'll have to keep an eye out for it. But like, Jab, to give you a sense, a dark entity from the bottom of Cauldron Lake is attempting to repurpose fiction that will give it the ability to exercise its ability to make fiction real. If it can find a potent enough creator that will unleash it on the world and allow it the ability to write its own story, then it can write whatever reality that it wants to have. It is a much more malevolent and effective version of Wes Craven's New Nightmare, I think. Because it's not just aping off of an existing pop culture icon, but is rather, is this still locked for me?
The door wouldn't open.
Rather willing to accept any form that it needs in order to get free and to start doing what it wants. And the rules of that are that Alan Wake himself can edit the story, but he can't just like erase whole sections of it. He can't shred the pages and then write a different one where the dark presence just leaves forever for no reason. He has to, like...
I'm lost. I'm lost in the dark, drowning. I'm drowning. I'm drowning. No way out. There's no way out. It's deeper, deeper, deeper. This is hell. I'm in hell. I died. I wish I was dead. Let me die. I just want to sleep. Please. Let me sleep. I'm so tired. I just want to go home. I've written so much. I write. And I write. There's nothing left. It's all gone. I don't know how to write. All the words are gone. There's no more words. Where'd they go? Did I eat the words? I don't recognize these words. Who are the words moving? Oh, this is familiar. Oh, why is this familiar? I've been here before. Have I said this before? I've read this somewhere. Where am I? Who am I? Alan Wake. Wake? That's a strange name, eh? Wait, that sounds like a character's name. I write that name up. I make that one name up. I don't want to be a character. I don't want to be the story. Just write me out of the story. Ram these words down your throat. Make you choke on these words. Oh, I know the words. Secret words. You can't take the words. I eat the words. These are my words. Stop using the words. The words. I call it the word. This isn't your story. It never was your story. The story is a monster. The story will eat you alive. The darkness is coming. The darkness inside. This is my story. You're in my story. Get out of my story. You are a character in my story. You can't stop the story. This story will go on forever. There's no escape. You will never escape. You will drown here. You're stuck in a loop. You don't have a clue. You're lost. You lost the plot. I'll show you.
And there's also big, like, Alan Wake himself is a rather unreliable narrator because he's been And I personally came away from the first game with the understanding that Alan Wake is a fictional character created by Thomas Zane, which I feel was vindicated in this game when Alan Wake meets Thomas Zane, and Thomas Zane is like looks exactly like Alan Wake minus the beard, and is like a much more like brash and confident person, maybe just crazier. That's also possible. So I'm supposed to find a murder site, but I guess we'll go to the hotel. It seems to be this way.
Alan Wake.
Chamomile's battery is almost dead. The dramatic panicky voice acting is getting to me, so I'll be out for today. Chamomile, have a great evening. Oh, hold on. This is important.
The cult? Had I chosen to pursue the cult, or had they chosen me for some unknowable purpose? To be a demon, to sort the clues based on my interpretation, to change that which I observed. It was all a play. Shadows on the wall of a cave, an echo of the true events that happened somewhere else. Was I there to watch the shadows, or was I a shadow too? In a performance set up for someone else?
Zane's room, 665, was upstairs. The elevator would take me there.
Okay. As long as you leave me alone, you can arrive wherever you want. So, we've been up these stairs. I mean, shit, I don't know how to get upstairs anymore. Let's look at the map. I remember it involved going through, like, a bathroom. Oh, yeah, he helpfully on this, so... I mean, sure. Let's turn this way, and if we go through the bathroom, we should get up to the second floor. For people who've been keeping up with the playthrough, this was the area that I wandered around in for like almost a full hour, not making any progress. So it's unfortunately one of the areas of the game that I'm slightly more familiar with. Not to say that I know how to get from point A to point B, but I know it better than some of those woodland areas. Yeah, we haven't found our way into this at all. Maybe coming up. But I'm supposed to go to... 665? Didn't he say that? Okay, well, let's go straight into 223. We'll see what's what.
Alan Wake.
Okay, I feel like I've been through here before. And you know what? I've got 27 bullets. Wait, I can't, like, smash with gun, can I? Oh. Oh, that's disappointing. I really thought that was going to break apart. Wait, how many of you are real? Or corporeal, I guess. Well, we've got these arrows pointing. I don't remember these from before. They seem a little contradictory. He said 665. Okay, so is there an elevator up to a much higher area then? Or is there a 665 that I... Or did I make up 667? Oh no, Zane's room. Right. So we actually go back downstairs. All right. And, like, I want to go look for that question mark, except I did a bunch of that last time, and I don't yet feel like anything has changed that's going to make it more available to me. So let's go back to that sky bridge area. Okay, back into like the main hall. This is not the main hall. I did it. I managed to take a wrong turn. Okay, now let's check the map again. So I want to go really just like kitty corner down this way. It's also conceivable that the Alan Wake that I currently am is Mr. Scratch, and that the real guy is out in the world. I don't think so, based on what I, like, know. Oh, I found an episode of Night Springs. Yeah, let's do it.
We often look back and wonder, what if? What if the path not taken had in fact been our charted course? Would we be happier? Or are we, with our set of choices behind us, the lucky ones? And what if nothing would be different? What if, for some of us, our destiny across the endless number of versions of ourselves has been defined and locked beyond any causality of circumstance, beyond the forces in any one reality, but across all realities? For one man, the magnetic pull of destiny is so great it breaks time and space. We join this lone operative, many versions of him, in fact, as he chases his nemesis, a dangerous being known as the Master of Many Worlds. Across the multiverse, across the many versions of a city that is always the same, yet always different. In Night Springs. Tonight's reality-bending episode, Timebreaker.
No matter how many parallel realities I need to brave, how many lives, how many versions of me it takes, I will stop it. And I will come back for you, my love.
And cut. Everyone, take 5.
All right, you heard the man. Let's take a break and cut to the next scene.
Was that okay? I mean, I can do more. I can do less.
Yes, yes, yes. Sean, I'm really happy. Let's talk. I love your instinct on this, but we can still push this further. Immerse ourselves into this story. Believe in it. Make it crazier, wilder. Ba 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 da da da.
You wanted to talk? It's awesome to be doing this with you again, Sam.
Sean, it's so good to have you back. We've been dreaming about this for so long, and now finally we are making Timebreaker, the video game. It's happening.
Yeah, and FMV as well. That's so cool.
Of course. That was part of the previous game as well.
I'd like to talk about my character, just get deeper into the lore.
Hey, I could talk about this for days. He's a multiversal agent, goes by many names as there are many versions of him. Breaker, Branch, others. He's searching for his lost love while his ruthless nemesis, Door, the master of many worlds, is murdering versions of him across parallel realities. He must track down and stop Door.
That's so cool.
You've done cool superhero roles in the past. Long term, the agent will grow into the ultimate iconic superhero.
Oh, that's awesome. So the vortex and the gadget. Sorry, I keep forgetting its name. There's just so many acronyms here. But it helps me travel through realities?
Acronyms are cool, right? Like tiny mysteries. You power up your PRS, polyhedron reality shifter, with a SEN shifter energy node to activate a LumiVista TV and ride the vortex between realities. It's all REC, Ripple Effect Corporation tech. And you have a gun and a TPS, Time Breaker Solidifier, to defend yourself.
Right, yeah. You clearly have your own vision of the multiverse.
The right vision, the truth, it's all out there. That's where these ideas and inspirations come from. They seep through. Somewhere this here, us talking, is part of the video game, and another version of you is playing it. Somewhere, your character, the agent, is real, and he could appear here through a portal anytime now.
Right. Yeah, right, Sam. You are a maniac, man. Totally. Okay. So, what do we shoot next?
We need to set up for the next scene, where your nemesis pulls you into a parallel reality. You can go to your green room, chill out, learn the lines. I left the latest draft of the screenplay for you there. See you in a bit.
Cool. Can't wait.
I got my agent on the phone.
Sometimes it's hard to tell if Sam's joking. That deadpan Finnish humor. And a reputation of being a bit out there. I picked up a weird vibe when he talked about the multiverse.
Really? A weird vibe from Sam Lake. What was that like? How could you tell the difference?
No, this is your end.
What the fuck was that? Hello? What the fuck is this? I thought I'd gone mad. Then I realized Sam was playing a crazy prank on me. There's no way this was real.
Oh, that's Sam Lake, always producing full body doubles of me to murder them in my green room. Good one, Sam, you got me.
I had to admire how real the body and the props looked.
So we got another one of you, huh? Too late again.
Excuse me? No, this is just, it's a prank. It's just a prank.
Wait, are you? Shit. You're not Branch. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. He finally got you.
Are you cast in this game, too?
Listen to me. There are things you need to know. You are in great danger. You must do exactly what I tell you.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I missed the thing on the floor.
I blanked out and I was suddenly someplace else. Now, I'd had gaps in my memory before, but that's the movie star lifestyle for you.
Just a super quick timeout. Hello to Buckeye Ninja and everybody raiding over. Pardon me. Buckeye, I hope you've had a great Wednesday so far. Just a quick, 3-second pause here. We'll do a shout out. 6, 8. And hello to Kay as well. You guys, we are currently doing the third story of the first DLC for Alan Wake 2, which is sort of like stitched into the game. Hello to Repenix as well.
This was something else entirely.
We are currently Sean Ashmore, who is playing a character named Sean Ashmore. Actually, we don't know that his last name is Ashmore. And my only regret is that in that previous scene, it would have been so awesome if he had turned around and seen like Jesse Fade and he was just like, "Oh, hey, Courtney, what's up?" The joke there
the last
being...
thing I remembered was the red-headed woman at the door. She looked familiar. She was trying to tell me something, and then it went dark. It felt like a dream.
Think, man. I need to get out of here.
A psychotic episode? Or was the multiverse true after all? Did Sam do this? An elaborate hoax? Off-the-wall, method-acting reality show? It had gone way too far.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. Act like this is true. Okay? I'm an actor. I can do this. And once it's over, we'll have a good laugh. And then I will punch Sam in the face.
Kay was asking if she came in to see Jesse Faden. Yes. Yeah, I mean, presumably that was Jesse Faden. Courtney Hope has played a couple different characters in the Remedy-verse, but Jesse Faden is certainly the big one at this point. What was her name? What was her name in
Sam said?
Quantum Break?
I needed to find an energy node and use this rod thing with it, the PRS, was it? And look for some kind of TV to get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah, Buckeye Ninja has been playing God of War Ragnarok, which I've had to lurk for because I still haven't played that one. But I hope that you've been enjoying it, Buckeye. I hope you had a really good time with it today. I'm looking forward to that. That is on the upcoming list.
Door's coming. He knows where I am.
What was that?
He's coming. He knows about the trailer. I need to hide the energy. I need to get it away from the trailer. Away from the TV. No! God! No! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I wasn't certain this was a prank anymore. I heard a voice in my head. It sounded like me. Insanely, I heard the thoughts of another version of me. The one living here. The trailer was his. I'd check it out. Don't think. Just act.
Okay, we'll do it. Oh, and also, Kay, Jesse Faden, this would not be Jesse Faden's first appearance in Alan Wake either. Like, you know, earlier this year, as recently as a couple of weeks ago, there was a lot of conversation with Mia about the fact that she was replaying Alan Wake and had intended to go into Alan Wake 2, and I was not alone in really recommending that she play Control first, not only because it's a great game, but because it is part of the story. The more that I've played of Alan Wake 2, the more confident I am that that was extremely good decision making. I love the idea of these episodes. It really lets them let loose and totally get insane with the story, and to be just like ultra explicit on how these games tie together. Also, I did not know that Remedy had to buy the rights to Control back. I read that recently. I did not realize that that was an issue. It was like millions of dollars, I want to say. So that they would
Vista TV
possess it.
According to what Sam had said, I needed the energy node. The other me had hidden it away from this trailer.
Okay, well, we'll probably go back down that ominous forest path, but I also just like how game like Shawn Ashmore is for like, well, I don't know if I've been kidnapped, transported to an alternate realm, or if Sam Lake, video game producer, is just playing a funny trick where he drugged me and dragged me out into the rain-soaked woods. But I'll just play along because what the heck. There we go. IR here. Oh, fingers crossed for a Time Knife reference, by the way.
The handwriting was mine. Paranoid theories about the multiverse and Door. The master of many worlds.
Oh, so we're like in Alan Wake world now. Like we started off in like Earth 001, like regular Earth, where he's Shawn Ashmore and he's working on a video game. But
the energy node was out there in the forest somewhere.
Yeah, I get it.
I was wasting time.
I
had to go look for it.
Lisa, Elisa, Jesse, Elizabeth, Liz, Savage, Dylan. I don't remember Savage or Dylan. Wait, Dylan. Why is that familiar? Oh, Dylan was Jesse's brother, wasn't it? Kay. Oh, and also, Buckeye is saying it was good. Almost finished with Ragnarok. Next stream, he's gonna fight a couple gods there. And Kay is saying, I wish I'd play Alan Wake before playing Control. I definitely went into Control blind, and I think it would have made way more sense if I'd played Alan Wake first.
It's safe. It's safe. The creek's deep in the forest, all the way in the waterfall. It's safe. Now get the fuck away from here before Door zeroes in on me. I'll make it. I'm the chosen one out of all of the versions. Me. Yes. Yes!
He's hidden the energy node at the creek in the forest. I have to find it.
Why do I feel like all I can say is that there was water down this way. It's going to go down here. But yeah, so you're pretty deep into it now, Buckeye? And also, Cara Luna, there's so much story happening at the same time. I hope that you've had a great Wednesday. Have a great night. Thank you for the streams over the last couple of days. And, oh, damn it, I forgot to ask Cara Luna if he was able to get that refund on Clans. Or, what is it just called Clans? MechWarrior 5 Clans, I think it is. Cara Luna, if you're still here, I'd love to know if that went through or not, because that was the topic of, I think, the previous episode. Is this where we started? I've already lost track of... Oh. So I'll just slap this right into my flashlight, huh?
Just like the PRS was charged now. I had to get back to the trailer and the TV.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He's here. Please take me out of here. Not me.
You can't escape. I am everywhere.
Fuck this shit!
I thought it was just the plot of the video game. But it was all real. Door, the master of many worlds, was murdering versions of the agent. Played by me. Versions of myself. What the hell?
Don't try anything! I got yours!
It's all true. It's no hoax. No video game. It's really happening. I was lost in the multiverse. I had to become the role to survive. Be the agent. I had to get back to the trailer and the TV. Use my PRS on it. Dora would be coming for me next. I didn't want to face him. Fuck that. But I couldn't shake the feeling that it was inevitable. Use the PRS, the polyhedron reality shifter on the TV, to get out of here. I felt a strange pull from the vortex on the screen. I was afraid that wherever it would take me, I was going to run into this Door person. But I couldn't stay here either. No. Oh, no.
I love the fact that the item icons are still in color. Also, Buckeye, have a great evening. Welcome to Night Springs Ocean View Hotel. Oh, also, so many people have joined. Is anybody having any doubling up of the audio? Cozy Play specifically was getting that earlier. People were not otherwise reporting it. I would feel very disappointed if that were a thing.
I was in a different reality, but not better, worse. Maybe by thinking of Door, I traveled closer to him, to where he was in control. Next time, I'd focus on something else.
Hold on, we should... And people are saying that the audio is good. I'm very relieved to hear it. Thank you guys for letting me know. No, I need pistol on right. And... yeah, sure, we'll do grenades on down. Let's do pistol on right. Quick slot. Do we have any other weapons to work with? We've got handguns, battery packs, trauma pads. But trauma pads we already have it slotted, don't we? Yeah, but let me switch. I know it's... We all have our favorites, yeah? Let's put that there, and then trauma pads can go up. Let's all make a pact that I won't die in this. I have plenty of healing.
I had to find the right version of the lobby in the right time, when what I needed was there.
It's always the right time to visit Night Springs City's Ocean View Hotel. Thanks to our hotel's unique time anomaly, the time is up to you. Did you oversleep? Visit our morning lobby for the never-ending breakfast buffet. Craving one of our delicious signature cocktails? Stop by the 6 o'clock lobby, where cocktail hour is always in full swing. Just follow the clocks to the time of your choice. Alright, we will do it. If I had to guess, this feels very, dusk-ish, but then again, I don't know if that's a rising or setting sun. It just seems a little bit dark for morning.
The clocks showed the way. They'd guide me through to get what I needed.
Okay, well...
Okay, you got this. Find another node, another TV.
And Cozy Plays does not have double tabs open. Yeah, I wonder what it could be. Oh, and, you know, but the fact that it's happening at all is what I'm curious about. So, no, thank you for letting me know. And we'll see if anything shows up on the... in the VOD. One thing that I just... It's one streaming experience that has always stuck with me, and I don't know if it was a problem with the encoding or what, but when Horizon Zero Dawn came out on the PC, I did an exhibition stream of it because I wanted Mia to see the game, and also I wanted to see the PC version, so I loaded it up, and I played that game for a couple hours. You know, I made it through the early part and into, like, the proving, which is, you know, still very, very early in, and... So that'll take us to the noontime area. That's our 3 p.m. and there's our noon. At the moment, though, I don't really know what I'd be looking for. Do I know what the current time is? Like, what lobby am I currently in? Maybe we're just in Limboville. It's just black and white. So let's go left. Oh, I do. It's 9 a.m. Okay, so it's 9 a.m. So this is morning time lobby. Or coffee lobby. Okay, I'm in coffee lobby. So we'll go to... I don't know, entertainment lobby. Oh, there's 6 p.m. lobby. I don't know where that one goes. Screw it. Let's go to this one. We're gonna go to 6 p.m. lobby. Or 6 o'clock lobby. I don't know, a.m., p.m. Oh, but the stream went fine. People watched. Nobody said a thing. When we watched the VOD again afterwards, it was a nightmare. Hi, gun? Okay, everybody. I liked it better when you guys were both on the same side.
Time was broken here. The corridors led to the sea, but in different times.
Okay, so now I'm in a different time. This is the 6 p.m. lobby. But it was like the VOD, that VOD for Horizon Zero Dawn was juddery in a way that would give you a seizure. And it's the only VOD that ever came out like that. And the thing is, there were too many people in chat for nobody to have said, hey, thanks for the cool stream, but I need to go because I'm actually bleeding from the tear ducts right now. So it felt like it was something in the, like, the encoding after the fact. So I still don't know. I went to the 6 p.m. It was straight up and down. All right, we'll just go to a different one then if I can't find it here. So that experience just always stuck with me as being the what I see on the screen, what you guys see on the stream, and then what winds up in the VOD can sometimes be different experiences. And if that's true, I can imagine the scenario where most people are seeing one thing and then Cozy Plays is having a different experience with, like, you know, dialogue problems, volume problems. So we came from 9 a.m., right? Yeah. So let's go to noon. We'll go through the hours of the day in order, except for when we went to 6 p.m.
More multiverse science babble. It gave me the creeps.
Night Spring City, Ocean View Hotel, Reality, Bleed Zone, Cross-Dimensional Anomaly, No Trespassing, Authorized... Oh, REC is an acronym, but I forget what Sam Lake said it was short for. Oh, and hello to Salamander as well. If there's any doubling, it'll be on Twitch's end and not show up in the VOD. When a bossy man goes into a bar, he orders... he orders everyone around. Oh, and Inner is successfully earworming us. I will not attempt to sell. So I bet that's what we need. Or more specifically, that's probably the TV, and then when you have to go get the ionic charge or whatever it's called to actually make use of it. I'm caught between feeling like it's disrespectful to not read Inner's comment, and also I do not want to sing... I'm the worst. Is it Eurythmics? Who sings Sweet Dreams?
No one at Poison Pill had mentioned they'd made a comic book of their game. But then, maybe Poison Pill didn't even exist in this reality.
Who is our mysterious...
comic book? Funny.
All is revealed in the pages of the trippiest collection of science fiction stories on the stands. The secret origin of Door includes a 3D pull-out map of the Ripple Effect... Oh, there we go. REC, Ripple Effect Corporation. The zaniest story we've ever published. Do you ever get the sense that it, like, sticks like a splinter in Sam Lake's gums that he does not have the rights to Quantum Break and Max Payne? Like, he would just... He wants them so much. He wants to, like, fully integrate them. And I get it. Like, I would, too. But, like, to have to do this song and dance around these characters and properties that he personally helped create. I assume that he was one of a, like, creative team that was involved. All right, let's touch this. Even though I think that we're gonna...
Vista TV.
Yeah.
I just needed energy to power it.
Okay, so the TV is...
I couldn't hear the thoughts of the other me. The one native to this reality. Maybe Door had killed him already. Not a happy thought.
So Jab is saying it's the is it Eurythmics or Eurythmetics? Eurythmetics? Is that it? Cozy Plays, I'm still not over how earwormed Mia got with Push It to the Limit. Mia is a very, very musical person. Okay, so we are at... Hold on, because I do need to focus. We're at noon, so the only one we haven't checked is 3 p.m., I think. And that should have the thing that we want. Yeah, no, Mia not only, like, picks up music... Like, she not only can, like... She not only gets earwormed, but because she learns music so quickly. Like, she hears a tune once and she, like, knows it front and back. Oh, hold on. I don't want to interrupt the singing, but Piru's offering a really great, like, what would you call it? It's sort of an Easter egg, at least it's a reference. That poster's about Death Rally, the first game Remedy, I guess the first game by Remedy in 1996. I'm not going to say it correctly. Kulan Rally is probably the closest I'm going to come, is finished for Death Rally. Because, yeah, I was looking at this and being like, absolutely no idea. Thank you for that, Piru. Okay, Eurythmics is right, I think, based on what I'm reading in chat. Oh, and Inner's dropping a lurk. Inner, thank you very much for hanging out tonight. And thank you for all of the amazing... Why is Space Alley what's in my head? Factorio Space Age. There we go. Coverage. If anybody is not following Inter_Productions, you are really missing out on somebody who is extremely well-versed. How is what I'm looking for not here? Or more specifically, where have I not checked for it? Because it doesn't seem to be here, so we're going to have to go to a different time period. The trouble is, I don't know where. I'm at 3 p.m. We went to noon, we went to 9, and we went to 6. Okay, we may not be done here afterwards. After all. Repenix is saying it's Inter_without_the_tooth. Wouldn't it be great if there was like an Inner Tooth debunking channel that was just like in Inner Truth? Okay, we still can't touch that, right? The trouble is we'd have to convince Inner Tooth to get, like, I don't know, really flat earthy or something. So, I don't want to wonder, but I feel like we've been to most places. Well, let's take a quick look. So, again, I'm at 3 p.m., and then the next thing after this would be 6 again? Yeah, let's go to 6 again. And then we'll loop the day, I guess. If we wind up going back to 9 a.m., that's fine. It seems a little bit weird that that area was so distinctive with its music, and the fact that the music kicked up when the combat started, which I really liked.
Wait, I've been here before.
We know where the TV is, or at least we've been there. I'd actually have to take a minute to remember which time zone it was in. Dude, I don't know. Yeah, this is still here. It's possible that in one of these realities, the tape is not on the door, and maybe that's what I need to go look at. Although you would think it would be the earliest point in the day, because they wouldn't take the tape off later in the day. So, what is that, 9? Let's go to 9. I think that's the earliest point. No, we still have tape on the door. And then that's going to go through to a different time period. Charge the PRS with an energy node. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. The only reason I'm sort of locked in on that door now is because... Well, then again, I haven't been checking this in every version because I was assuming it said the same thing. Follow the clock to the time of your choice. Yeah, that's... We feel comfortable with that. What I would prefer not to have happen is to have Sean Ashmore say, "Oh, I think I need to go to this time." Like, I'd rather do it. It's interesting to me that the 6 o'clock lobby doesn't show up. But we know 9 a.m. is in the morning, 3 p.m. is going to be in the afternoon because it's not dead night. 12 noon is the entertainment lobby. Oh, an entertainment lobby, that's where the television was on. Like, I feel like that's where we go. Well, let's follow the arc of the day again. It is currently 9. I'm going to go to 12. No, that's 6. Let's go to 12. Did I finish the earlier thought that the door, that the tape on that door, it's just like one of the few things in the environment that can be interacted with. So here's the entertainment lobby. It's where the TV is. And then, yeah, we'd go to 3 p.m. next. And if that's the tango lobby where Audie is singing, if I was an energy source, I'd want to be near the song. It would keep me nice and peppy. I'd be fully charged all the time. Sam Lander's pointing out that without the tooth, Inner has been defanged. Inner pro dentures. This can't be a thing, though. Like, that's a fun reference, but it's not going to give me an energy source. TV is not here. So it can't be the fact that all Finnish people can roll their tongue, because that's like a genetic thing, right? Like, not everybody can do it. Like, Mia said that she can't roll her tongue. So can you... I just don't know if there's certain languages in the world, and if Finnish is one of them, that can't be properly pronounced without a tongue roll. So, if we're following the arc of the day, now we're on to 6, which now I continue to think in my head is 6 p.m., but let's look out the window and find out. And then, you guys, I might be a little bit stumped. Wait. Wait. I just wanted to check the door. It's the only other thing that I can look at and interact with besides the sign. Maybe we should check the sign here. Because again, I'm assuming it always says the same thing, but... No, Miss Marbles has nothing more to say to me. Alright, so let's head to 6 p.m. And then we will have done a full loop of the day, and then I don't know. I don't know what I'm missing. I'd prefer to figure it out. And if the clue is in the song lyrics, then I'd really be effed, because imagine if I didn't have the subtitles on, I'd never understood him.
Just came from here.
He seems the most disappointed to be back at 6 p.m. Or possibly 6 a.m. I don't know, it does seem awfully bright out there. It could be summer. Wait, they are listed. They're numbered. I wasn't really paying attention to the numbers, but if one is entertainment lobby, maybe you have to do this in order. Maybe you have to go through them in that specific order. Let's try that. Because otherwise, why would they be listed that way? Why would they have numbers to them? Alright, so I'm in the nowhere zone. So let's go to entertainment lobby, then tango lobby, then coffee lobby. Which I'm so sorry. Entertainment lobby is 12 noon. Okay, are they still timed the same way? They are. And there's nothing more for him to do here, right? Yeah, because I don't have the charge. Okay, so we'll go to 3 p.m. next. The thing is that the power source, it's kind of a big deal. Like, you can see it flashing from a long ways away. Yeah, door's still taped up. Nothing new there. 3 p.m. Go. And then number 3 would just be coffee lobby, which is 9. The only other option that I have is to put a bullet through this poster. I can shine a light at it, too. I don't really like... I've got 26 batteries. No. Shit, that's another thing. Is there, like, darkness in the area that I just haven't perceived? Maybe just, like, looking past it, not paying attention to it? It's gonna be one of those things where, like, I'll watch the VOD back. So where was I gonna go next? 9? Like, there's smearing, like dark energy, but it's not so present that I would feel the need to burn it away. If you mean the ability to roll your tongue, that's not related to being able to do the R's. But, like, oh. That was it! You had to go, at least I assume you had to go through them in that specific order. Okay. Well, I'm glad that worked out.
The PRS was charged up. Now I find my way back to the TV.
So you guys, that was correct. Okay,
When
yeah.
I used the TV to travel between realities, I was thinking of Door. And the vortex brought me here, where the time breakers attacked me.
I was just about to ask, and Piero convinced, because to be honest, I thought that was a long shot. I was like, wait a second, why do they have numbers? Maybe you have to do it in that specific order. But even as I was doing, I was like, this seems like a kind of opaque puzzle. It feels good to be right on those things every once in a while. Oh, are we going down again? I'm trying to get out of here. No! Oh, I was absolutely going to heal if I could get away.
Now I find my way back to the TV.
Okay, well, we know that we're heading to noon time.
When I used the TV to travel between realities, I was thinking of Door. And the vortex brought me here, where the time breakers attacked me.
Repenix had the same thought. But, like, Mia said that she can't roll her R's, but, like... So I feel like another guy came up on me. I thought most of these guys were fine, no?
It's waiting there for you.
Don't fire until you see the smear of their eyes. Okay, I vote that we do some healing, because, I mean, like, it's not like I can take this back with me to the real world.
This time, a different detective. Thought about the right woman. She knew things. If I could find my way to her, she could help. Something was different. A strange feeling. Still, yet moving. Like frozen snapshots on a sequential path. And yet, thoughts flowing free. Like text read out loud.
Or read out aloud, even.
It's you. I made it.
Door pulled you away. Thought you were gone, for sure.
I focused on you when I entered the vortex. I was trying to reach you.
You are full of surprises. Okay. Let's try this out. Welcome to the headquarters of the Ripple Effect Corporation.
We were making a video game of the multiverse, but now it's suddenly real?
Real and not real exist side by side in the multiverse. Echoes flow through it like currents in a cosmic ocean, the Sea of Night. Conceptual, fictional, real, more real than real. Many versions of us all, in hidden interaction, linked by the energies that ripple through realities. One of you is killed in an explosion of dangerous energy, and another one instead gains superpowers. And yet another one meets an alien guardian angel. In one reality, we're not even real. Or as you say, characters in a video game.
Why is he after me? Who is Dor?
There are legends about him going back further than we can trace. They say he found an opening to a horrifying parallel reality that consumed him, gave him access to all realities. The feedback loop killing all other versions of him.
I am on the threshold. No. A door everywhere.
We don't know why, but he sees the versions of you as a threat. He's killing them, bringing them back as time breakers. We thought he was after Branch. Now I'm thinking he's been after you.
Your lives played a part. The master of many worlds. We came through the door.
All right. What can I do?
He must be stopped. He leaves dead realities in his wake, and he is only picking up speed.
I'm just an actor.
You could have fooled me. You travel through realities with greater accuracy than anyone I've ever seen. Beyond Dor, even. You picked it up just like that. Finding the place that made him may be the key to killing him. That was our theory. But we could never find it. Maybe you can.
Was there something between you and Branch?
What you think you are feeling is just an echo. Some other version of us in some other lifetime.
But maybe...
You'll come back for me? Maybe.
Wish me luck.
Luck is just an echo of an event carried over from another reality.
I was an REC agent. This was my mission now. I focused on him. The darkness, the entropy, Dor. The master of many worlds.
I'm really good at being 2D me. If there's a way to fire faster, oh boy. Like he always does the fire. That's just a single tap of the right trigger. Shoot in head. I feel like the key is make sure that you don't get swamped from both sides at the same time. Boy, thank God they only equipped other me with Nightstick. I wonder if they actually built sprites for this, or if they just used, like, polygons and animated them like sprites, and then did, like, an overlay. Like a graphical thing. Like, I just wondered technically how was this done. Because that second thing would probably be a lot easier. Hello to Azaric! Azaric, as you can see, it's a perfectly normal and unremarkable episode of Alan Wake 2, exactly the way that you'd always expect to see it.
To the very edge of the multiverse. Or some deep, dark trench in it. Everything sucked dry of color and energy. I had to find door, or the means to travel on.
Azric, I hope your Wednesday is going well.
You should not be here. You made a mistake.
Go to hell.
Oh boy.
Find the door.
Those two shots were warning shots.
Just break it. The door.
Start getting desperate.
Simulator was thinking that they probably built them in polygons and then like made the sprites out of the polygons.
I'm not here. I was never here.
As that's how they do it in Factorio. Yeah, the animations in Factorio look great. So probably just a straight line then, like the most obvious path. Pierre was saying that that sequence is real 3D. You can move back and forth to. Oh, really? Wait, the perception was just force as the sprites being only left and right. I didn't even try to move forward or backward. And hello to Asperby. Asperby, how is your trip going? Are you still on your trip?
You will never catch me now.
Well, I'm gonna stay back here then. Ashby, I hope it's been a wonderful trip one way or the other. And that your Wednesday's gone well. No, Oh, keep going. Trip is going well, says Asper B. Just got back from visiting my grandma and am at my aunt's now in Charlotte. Just the difference in different, like, weathers seems like it'd be a shock. I hope you're having a wonderful time off. If we can offer some...
Close. I knew I was close now.
Some constancy to it. Like, oh, you still get to hang out with some good friends here in Twitch. I'd love to do that. But also, it's awesome to get to hang out with family, too. Especially family that I bet it sounds like you haven't seen in a long time. Text adventure? Do we get to do a text adventure? Oh, I should probably read this. After dreamless sleep, you come to and gradually become aware of the utter lack. There is nothing. I'm feeling a little sleepy. We're jet lagged along with Asperby. You allow yourself to slip back under, drifting into oblivion. After dreamless sleep, you come to and gradually become aware of the utter lack. There is nothing. We will focus. You search for something to focus on. An idea of a geometric shape comes to your mind. A pentagonal trapezohedron. How do you know the name of this shape? That you don't know. You feel yourself fading, drifting apart, losing your essence in the stream of consciousness, the ebbs and flows of your thoughts. I mean, I'm just sort of curious, what if we let ourselves go? Does it start over? Or do we just... You let yourself drift apart, losing what you thought and focus you had. Sleep reclaims you. Then we come back to life. Okay, so we'll drive forward here. Focus. We know all about the pentagonal trapezohedron. Hold yourself together. You fight to hold yourself together, to swim against the current, to break this to the surface. Coming to focus, you realize your first impression was wrong. There is something, and there is you. Slowly, you sense the words describing this, describing how it is, here in the furthest reaches of the multiverse. You have traveled a reality, you have reached a reality where only ideas exist, an idea of reality, a conceptual reality. A thought tries to form in your mind. We'll focus on it. You focus on the thought and it becomes clearer. In the beginning, there was the word. Here, only words exist. They are everything. They describe this world and you in it. The words describe you standing in a barren conceptual desert. It stretches on to eternity, a place outside time. You wait an immeasurable amount of time. Above, ideas of stars silently collide and collapse into black holes. With an idea of a desert comes an idea of feeling thirst. I'm more of a coffee drinker myself. As if I remember correctly. Oh no, wait, didn't he swear off of coffee after Coffee World? He's gonna have tea. As you imagine it, a cup of tea, your chosen hot beverage, manifests itself. The idea of it, the concept of its smell and taste is real. You wonder why you didn't go with coffee as it is your favorite drink. You sigh wistfully. You imagine a sigh. You understand that here, your thoughts are as real as anything. Let's assess the situation. You realize you could be trapped here forever. Vaguely, you remember that you are on a mission of vital importance. You feel the details of it already dissolving. You must figure out a way to escape before you lose yourself again. When traveling through the vortex, you always had a focal point in mind. Could that be the solution here as well? I feel like the Master of Many Worlds is our end state, so maybe Jessie will have something more for us. You think of her and she is there. You are with her. This version of her knows nothing about the multiverse. Her name is Lisa. She's a dancer. She wears a spiral pendant around her neck. You feel a strong pull towards her. Tell her that you've come back for her. By the way, was that a thing in Quantum Break? Does anybody happen to remember? Like, I have a very, very vague memory of I'll come back to you was a thing with Courtney Hope's character, whose name right now is, like, completely escaping me. It was like Grace or something like that. It was, says Piru. It has been literal years since I played that game. You remember correctly. She has no idea who I am. Which of these is less get sprayed with Macy? Thank her for coming back to you. I feel like that's less likely to get us in jail. She thinks it's a pickup line, but it makes her smile. There's an echo of it having been said many times across many realities, and that gives it gravity. Not long after, you are a couple. You are head over heels happy, but what you experience in the multiverse still haunts you. Forget or conceal? I feel like conceal, because if I forget it, it might reset us. Let's conceal. You pack your REC equipment into a box and drive to a nearby bridge. You throw the box over the railing, watch it hit the water and disappear into darkness. The ripples spread across the black mirror surface. You vowed to hide your past from everyone, even Lisa. She'd think you're crazy. Let's settle down. You return to your acting work, but stay away from video games. You love Lisa, but don't get to spend a lot of time together. You're both very busy. She trains hard. She has a big dance production in the works. You can tell she is very tired, not doing well. She's having trouble with her ankle. She asks for your advice. Should she cancel her new show or push on? It depends on the trouble with the ankle, but... Here's the thing, even if this is a big break for her, if she injures her ankle, she'll never have another big break. Like, I don't want her to not go, but at the same time, like, if she permanently injured herself, the ankle can get better, but not if she overworks it. Advise her to cancel. I don't like that. You advise her to cancel and look after her health. There will be other shows. She cancels her show, disappointed, and collapses. She's burned out, more tired than either of you had realized. She needs to rest. Her ankle will heal. Okay, that sounds actually good to me. She thanks you for being there for her, but you can tell she is disappointed. She can work back up from disappointment, though. The trouble is we're already not seeing each other, and giving her space feels like she specifically thanked Sean for being there for her. So I don't like distract her, but maybe refocus her on something else she also enjoys. Less a distraction and more just like, let's go do something else that's fun. You feel you both need a break away from the city. You surprise her with a rented cabin. Oh no! I know where this story goes. You surprise her with a rented cabin on an island in a breathtaking caldera lake in the Pacific Northwest. You tell yourselves you can rest here. You think that you can be happy here. Tell her that you love her. She says that she loves you too. That night she wakes up to a terrible nightmare. She is distressed, but eventually calms down in your arms. The nightmare comes every night after that. In her dreams, she is aware of the multiverse, the many versions of you and her. In her dreams, you are murdered again and again. She doesn't want to sleep anymore. You are worried. I mean, I'm concerned that she's going to think that we're crazy, but if she's going through a really dark time and we can help her with the truth, I feel like the truth is always going to be the better option. You tell her the truth about the multiverse. Her dreams have felt so real that she immediately believes what you tell her. She is furious at you for keeping this from her. Tell her you were afraid that no one would believe you, or believe you. I am very concerned that no one will ever believe me. She understands you. It is insane. Tell her everything you know. From then on... So what I know is that in this world you're a dancer, but in another world you're like the commander of this incredibly elite federal bureau, probably never ever have to worry about your ankle or anything except keeping reality safe. It's actually a super important job. You get paid infinity dollars. By the way, how's that dance come? Look, if she's happy being a dancer, that's what's most important. But I'm not sure that I would personally want to know that there's other versions out there of me that are just like fantastically wealthy. No thanks. I'm very happy with my current level of knowledge. One night you gasp awake. She is not there. She's left a note. From outside, you can hear someone wading into the water. How about we run outside? The note will still be here later. Opening the note, what the fuck? You hear the sound of a Luma Vista TV trigger, the sound of the vortex between worlds. Somehow she has your PRS, the one you cast away into the river half a continent away. She has gone to find her destiny in the multiverse. Inside the note is her spiral pendant. Why did I open the note instead of running outside? Open the note. In her note, she writes that she has gone to find her destiny in the multiverse. Okay. Inside the note, yes, no, I get that. Pick up her pendant. You pick up her spiral pendant. You realize you have lost your way, forgotten your mission and your goal. You have drifted off course, carried by the currents of your hopes and ideas in this conceptual reality. You frown, trying to remember where you were trying to go. What was your mission? You look for it, shifting through your thoughts. It comes to you with a jolt. You were trying to find your way to the Master of Many Worlds. There was something about a door. Hey, this feels like the best of all worlds. We got to have a happy life with this person and then go do our mission anyway. Although Lisa wasn't too happy with it. She'd rather walk into a lake than continue. With that, a door begins to come into focus. You realize it is missing something. Hang the spiral, but I want to hold this. I want to keep it with me. I want to open the door. I don't want to give away the spiral pendant. The door is there. It's not quite there. It's missing something vital to make it fully manifest itself for your use. That sucks. Now I won't have anything to remember my life with. We'll hang the pendant. There's now a spiral symbol on the door. And with that, the door is fully there. Let's open it up. You open the door. Step over the threshold. You step inside and stand in a room with a man, the master of many worlds, sitting behind a desk typing, turning concepts and ideas into worlds, shaping this reality. He lifts his head. You stare the man in the eye. With a shock, you realize you have made a mistake. You've come to the wrong place. This man, this master of many worlds, is not the one you were looking for. He's not Dor. He's someone else entirely. You want to ask what he knows, but it's already too late. Yeah, he mostly speaks Finnish, I bet.
We have witnessed a case of mistaken identity. But in the vastness of the multiverse, with an endless number of versions of ourselves, what is identity anyway? Can there be more than one master of many worlds? Or did our hero take a wrong turn somewhere along the way? Was this particular journey precisely what was needed to make him the one he was meant to become? One thing is certain. I am your host, the one and only Warland Dor, and this is Night Springs.
Yeah, as Piru said, these segments just let them do whatever they wanted. And really in the best possible way. They got to mix up with their primary game mechanics and really blur the lines between their different intellectual properties. We're gonna move on though, because we've heard this. It's a very snappy song. I like it a lot. Wait, James McCaffrey.
Chasing the murder cult made me feel like I was caught in a loop. Every time I thought I was getting closer, things shifted around, and I realized I was further away than ever before. Instead of answers, I only got more questions. The name of the cult and the masks they wore kept changing. The deeper into the dark depths I got, peeling off the layers of this case, like the ocean zones, from twilight to midnight to abyssal to the deepest trenches, the closer I felt to going mad.
Am I remembering correctly that James McCaffrey is the voice that we just heard, the voice of Director Trench and Max Payne? So where were we? Yeah, I think this quote is from the recordings he did for the DLC that got canceled because of his illness. And yeah, and I feel like we had this conversation. Was it cancer? Do we know what it was? It's very unfortunate. And one of the things that I just like to, that I want to make sure that we highlight is that to us, we lost a voice actor and a character actor and somebody that, you know, had a long run with Remedy, and that now we don't get to enjoy the performances that he brought to us as a professional. there's a lot of people in the real world that knew him in life, that were his friends, his family, people that knew and liked him and relied on him, and he relied on them, and they had these very close relationships. And my heart really goes out to them, because it's always sad. And I said something similar when I'm still here. Give me 5 seconds here. I'm so bad with names, you guys. I swear to God. Unfortunately, the name that I have stuck in my head right now is Warland Door. Do you ever have that where, like, there's a name sort of, like, log jammed in your head and you can't, like, get quite past it? Everybody knows who I'm talking about. The guy that played Hatch, Silence. I'm so sorry. It sucks that I completely feel... Lance Reddick. Thank you. Okay. Just absolutely... That, like... My first reaction was like, oh man, it's so sad that, like, we won't get his character further in Horizon and in, like, any other Resident Evil stuff and then in any other Remedy stuff, and very quickly. But, like, that sucks for us, like, that play the games, but then there's all the people that, like, actually knew him, like the human being, and it's so much worse for them. So yeah, I feel like we just go upstairs, but also I just don't remember.
Something told me Zane wouldn't be happy to see me this time.
Or is this the room? Yeah, because this is how we connected with Zane last time. I'm so sorry. Do we... Where am I? Let me just save it, because you guys, that was a lot. I'm just saying that was a lot that we just did, and I would really like to save it first. Also, I think, I keep forgetting to say this, unless I've said it multiple times in this very episode. I didn't call it out when I saw it, and then forgot to ever circle back to the fact that Casabella had said that it was really weird for her to see, David Harewood, who plays Warland Door, not speaking with a British accent and not in a barrister's wig. Well, none of this is where I'm meant to be. Hold on. I just wanted to save the game. I should have probably gone inside. It's probably already auto-saved. I've changed my mind. We'll just go into the projector. Where am I now? I'm still here. Yeah, I wasn't trying to slow walk it. I just wanted to save real quick.
I'm in control now. The second you try anything, I will shoot you in the head. Scratch wrote return, not me. You're a fucking liar.
You'd given up. You stopped writing. You said it was too dangerous, that we didn't deserve to get out. And then he showed up. Scratch. He promised to write. To get me the hell out of here. He was magnificent. A visionary. I mean, it was art. But then, when he finished, he took a return and left me behind.
It's still here, and so is he.
I know I fucked up. But you can still catch him before he gets out. Before he gets to your wife. And when you get to him, don't hesitate. Kill the bastard for what he did to us. There's a murder site in my cinema where my film Nightless Night is playing.
I told you not to try anything!
I had to find the movie theater Poets Cinema. The next murder site was there. Zane had created the film in tandem with Return to escape the dark place.
I get that Zane was probably feeling really desperate to get out, but dealing with Scratch, especially since he seemed to be aware of, like, who he was, he can't have been that surprised that it didn't work out for him. If we see a weapon in this thing's hand, he gets a bullet. No? Okay. Okay, so I want to go... Well, at the moment, I want to go down here. What's this about a hand flare? I don't remember leaving one behind. Casey, Princess Casey says, that was a bit tiring. Kind of freaked me out a little bit. Reminded me of metaphorical visions, mental visions that I had when fighting my mental health a couple years ago. I'm okay, but darn. Or damn. I think that there's a strong case to be made that a lot of things that we see visually represented in Alan Wake is Alan Wake dealing with, like, problems with his psyche that he has. Whether or not he's mentally ill internally, like struggling with, like, mental illness on his own, or it's always a byproduct of his exposure to the dark place. I feel like that's open to interpretation, but it's definitely part of the... part of what they're going for, I feel like. So the idea that that brought that to mind, I think, is very deliberate. And I would say that if it's an issue for you or anybody else, it would be important to know that it's a element of the game. How? What the hell? Hold on. Is it or is it not in here? I found like a box of stuff. I actually thought that I was completely done. Yeah, so... hold on. This is telling me that there is a container in here. There's that for sure. Right, got it. Oh, okay, here we go. Well, at least we got the hand flare, right? The question in my head is, did I leave that behind at some previous point? I understand the dark place. I understand the metaphorical meaning of the dark place from a mental illness perspective. Casey says that she's been there. Yeah, although I have hit dark times in life, I do not compare it to somebody who has dealt with, like, clinical depression. Like, what's the phrase that I'm thinking of? Like, enduring depression, but that's not what I mean. Like, that's not the right word for it. So, I would love to check out that container if I can get over to it. And I might not be able to here, but maybe if we move the light... No, it's only over here. All right, if we don't make our way over to the container, I'm prepared to make peace with that. But this is just up where I was, right? Okay. Sometimes the things that change are very obvious, like, oh, there's a staircase now. And every once in a while I'll be like, oh, but there's also this thing around the corner. And I'm always trying to double check that. Casey's saying the correct word is for clinical depression or mental health diagnosis. What does it mean when you have, like... oh, chronic. That's what I was thinking of. Chronic depression. That's what I was thinking of. Because I feel like feeling depressed, and I don't just mean very sad, I mean actually dealing with some form of depression, I don't think that's particularly uncommon. But what's very different, at least, is between somebody who, like, gets depressed because they had a terrible breakup or a death in the family, and they really have a very, very hard time with it, versus somebody who is, like, chronically depressed. It's a cycle that happens to them over and again, and it's not a matter of time heals all wounds. Go out and do something else you enjoy. You know, let go of your diet and just, like, have whatever you want, and then you'll feel better. Because for people with, like, chronic depression, for the people that have it as, like, an ongoing situation, it is not that, it's not something that you just get over. Okay, at least one of these guys is real, but I don't know which one. Okay, this one. Okay. I don't know if I've seen this arrow before, but this is pointing towards, like, that line is not familiar to me. I don't remember seeing this as a clue or something that I meant to follow up. Yeah, Casey says chronic depression is horrible. I've been there. Oh, did I get this? I had not. Okay. That might have been one of the things that I spent a lot of time looking for, and now we came across it by accident. Words of aid. So, hand flares area of effect by 13 seconds and duration by 1 second. I don't hate it. Effectiveness of trauma pads by 10%. Always nice, but I do have a lot of trauma pads against Alan Wake. And then duration of painkillers. I feel... The trouble is I just don't use the hand flares, and I do use the trauma pads because I'm always dying. I'm gonna go with Torchbearer, though. I just like it better. Sam Lander and Cozy Plays are both saying also same. Yeah, the important thing is for, I think, everybody to understand, like, if you've been there, somebody else has it worse and, like, a lot deeper. And don't get me wrong, it's not like a contest, but it's a message to, like, treat people with understanding and kindness and patience, and not just like, oh, just do X, Y, and Z and then it'll work great for you. I know that I bring this up from time to time, but Pushing Up Roses had a really, really good video about the various tactics she uses to deal with intrusive thoughts or her body dysmorphic disorder, whatever else. I really recommend the video because I feel like she's speaking very openly and frankly. Okay.
This is just start.
Okay, cool. Very fun.
Come on!
There's just a lot of them, is all I'm saying. They really want me to know I should have picked the trauma pad option. I will actually take a trauma pad now if I'm allowed. Yeah. Cozy Place just had to cancel a doctor because she can't afford because you can't afford it, hoping the new insurance gets approved. Cozy Plays, I hope that for you as well. Also, Cozy Plays, I was in your stream for Graveyard Keeper. I just don't think that I had a chance. I was looking I wanted to see the new like wave emote, like reaction that your VTuber can give, and I just don't think that I was looking at the screen at the specific time that it happened, but I was really glad to see you playing that game. That game is like a weird amount of comfort food for me. It's so like dark. It's not like, dark is not really the right word. It just has, it's so macabre. I don't know, and it's so fitting for this season that I really find it comforting. So I would like to get back to street level so that I can get to the cinema. And the problem for me is I just don't particularly remember how to do that. But there is another container right over here. Graveyard Keeper is great. Was that where you met Mia, Samalander? Was that when she was playing Graveyard Keeper and that was the game that you came in on? I like that Mia's croissant character, or croissant character, is like a whole character. And like a fan favorite. Okay, so I'll just take that light for, I don't know, some reason. Maybe it'll help us get to where we're going. Well, that was a little frustrating. Is that going to keep happening now? Alright, so Inviso Man, yeah, definitely does not want me going this way. So I feel like I'm meant to just go. Wait, do I want this light? I feel like I want to have the light. Oh, Ashby's getting ready to play it herself. Says all ready to go. That would make a great like trip game, I feel like. Like when you are on a trip. Specifically because, you know, sometimes you're on a trip but you're like waiting for the bus, waiting for a train, you know, your car rental isn't ready. So like you need space to fill that time. Oh, like you guys. So believe it or not, this is related to the topic, although I may not actually circle back around to it. Today, we went and did the one thing in the United States that will make a difference. And we went and we voted. We did early voting today. It was a very, very orderly process. They checked IDs. They verified addresses. They printed off a little sticker. They stuck the sticker onto the envelope. They said right over there. They had you sign it. And like there were all these signs about like, I'm just acknowledging the Altered World event. And then he dropped them into the ballot boxes that were right there. Over the course of a year, I will listen to a lot of podcasts. I will watch a lot of news. I will absorb what a lot of polls have to say. I will sometimes talk with friends and family, but mostly people who are very likely to be aligned with what I think anyway, because they are, after all, friends and family with whom I wish to converse. There's only one thing that I'm going to do all year long that I know for an absolute fact is going to make a difference. It's the one thing that is guaranteed to matter, and that's voting. And I just wanted to mention it here at least once because I don't know what Election Day in the United States of America is going to bring. But I do know that this is your one chance, if you are a United States citizen, to have a say in what's going to happen. And I hope that people who hear this vote. Okay. And what suddenly brought that to mind is today we went to do early voting and got there a half hour early, not having realized that it was a half hour early. And I realized on the spot that I had neglected the number one rule that I have for going anywhere at all, which is always bring a book. No matter what you think is going to happen. You go to the gas station, bring a book. What if you get a flat tire and you got to wait for AAA? What if you get 2 flat tires? I know how to change a tire. You never know. Always, 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 always bring, and I didn't bring a book. So, but you know who did? My producer just sat there reading the book. I'm just like, not much to do. I have a weird attachment to this save because it was the last time the game was working consistently. So let's just go ahead and overwrite this one for now. All right. I don't know how to get down to ground floor. I have many flares. I'm going to put away at least some of them. These are all flare guns ammo. Surely I can put away at least some of these. It's just a lot of inventory space to be given over to that. Yeah, let's carry 2 flares so that I can not have used 2 flares instead of not have used 8. And then... yeah, we got all that. All right. Anytime I do inventory stuff, I also drop a quick save. Jellybuns is saying they aren't supposed to check IDs. It is conceivable that if we had said, I'm not going to show you my ID or whatever, that they would have let that go ahead. I actually don't happen to know that specific part of our voting law just because we have IDs. I can assure you that if either of us did not, you know, if you're dealing with someone who is beyond a certain age, somebody who is like Native American, a lot of older Native Americans don't have birth certificates, don't have what would be, you know, considered valid IDs. In some states, I feel like I just came up from there, though. All right, let's try to look at the map again, because I've navigated this before, and a lot of it. I just don't know how to go forward from here, you guys. I'm so sorry. This way would lead back. The Ocean View Hotel does have a ground floor, doesn't it? Hold on, maybe we just go back to the Ocean View Hotel. Do I go this way? I just want to get oriented on the map. Yeah, let's try to work our way this way. Astro V is disappointed for not registering for absentee voting since I'm a citizen. We'll definitely get that sorted for next time. Astro V, again, depending on the state, you may not be beyond the, beyond the time frame. I don't know, because again, it varies by state. It is a little weird to me that different states can have just completely different voting systems, voting requirements and stuff, but, you know, I don't know. I know the state that I live in, and in the state that I live in, they said, hey, you know, can I see some ID? Yes, you can, here it is. And then we went ahead and voted. If somebody were to say, well, I don't have a driver's license, but I have this college ID, I would expect that that should be counted. If somebody said, well, I don't have an ID, but I do, I don't have a driver's license, but I do have this gun owner's license, in a lot of states in the United States, and I think in ours as well, that would also be counted. What I find troublesome, let's say, is the states that have gone out of their way to say that gun licenses are accepted, but college IDs are not. That's not voter verification, that's voter suppression. That's saying very clearly there are some minded people that we want to vote and other minded people that we do not want to allow to vote. Fortunately, to the best of my knowledge, we do not live in such a state. This fucking asshole again. So this is my problem. Like, I don't know. So we know that whatever I do with this light, I can't get past Inviso Man. This is the game. Like, the game is telling me that I'm not supposed to go that way. And the trouble is I don't know the other way to go. Okay, so let me memory bookmark that going down the ladders is not the place that we're supposed to go.
Wait.
Okay, please everybody leave me alone, okay?
Wait.
This, I'm just gonna completely say straight. This area, this like rooftop area, I've probably spent more time wandering these roofs than I have any other part in the game, and I still do not understand my way around them. I think that this is intentionally designed to be a little bit like disorienting, because sometimes you'll go into doors that like lead to completely other parts of the map, or you'll go like up from the roof and arrive on like street level and stuff. Like, they don't connect to each other in logical ways because it's the dark place, and that's fine. I'm just acknowledging it works especially well on me. Asby says, I don't have an address here or anything, so I'm not sure how that would work, and my US passport is expired. I had to travel with my Austrian passport. That, I think, would maybe make it really difficult, but it could be worth an ask. As long as you're a citizen, you get to vote. If you don't have a specific current address, I don't know how they navigate that. Like, it's one of those things where I feel like there's a way, and I just don't happen to know what the way is. There's no way out of here. We cannot change reality. So where do we go, Alan? Where do we go? How do we get out of here? Locked door over here. I don't think I have a key for it, but... Right. And we can't go through there. So... the only option is down the stairs, question mark, and then we've got that up arrow. Or the up ladder. Hold on, let's go to the up ladder. Sam Luna says if you're not currently registered. Yeah, I know a lot of places have like completed their period of voter registration. Did I need that light? Hold on. Oh, that's not the light I can get. Asterby was born 30 years ago as a baby in Maryland. Is this it? Is this... It does control where this door goes, I feel like. Okay, let's try to figure this out. With the light off, I'm going to go through the door. We go down a short flight of stairs, and we come out where? And we were where? Oh, well, at the moment, nowhere. Yeah, I can't travel from here. There's no ladder. Okay, so wherever this is, it's not where we're meant to be. So let me go back upstairs. Sam Leonard is saying Maryland does in-person registration on voting day. Sam Leonard, since it seems like you maybe you know off the top of your head, but if you're doing any research, do we know if Asperby needs to be able to provide like a current address or just proof of citizenship? The trouble is, yeah, Asperby, unless you're traveling with like a birth certificate, I don't know how else you might prove citizenship. So here's what might happen, Asperby, and what might make it worth your time no matter what. And let's also weigh, like, I want people to vote. I also understand that Asperby has a limited number of minutes with friends and family while visiting the United States. You know, having traveled to the United States here. Well, we're back at the hotel, so that's something. I don't know what, but at least we made it back to the hotel. And, like, what I was going to say is, there might be a maximum amount of time that Asperby wants to spend dedicated to this when, like, this, you know, she traveled all this way. That said, what they may let you do, Asperby, is cast, like, a provisional ballot. So that in the event that the vote really comes down to a handful of, like, the result comes down to a small handful of votes, that's got you covered. So do I go, this is a rhetorical question for this moment, do I just go back to the hotel and then come out on the first floor? I feel like that's gotta be it. Like, I feel like this was a huge detour that I was not intended to make. I feel like we take the elevator back down to the first floor. I just went out the first exit, the first way that would get me under a rainstorm. Oh, Repentix is saying passport can prove citizenship. It could be, yeah, even if expired. Like, if you have it with you, Asper B. Where I am is, I consider voting generally important and currently a moral imperative. And also can understand that there might be people... Like, look, am I gonna say to a single parent who needs to pick up their one kid from elementary school and their other kid from daycare and get them off to musical practice and whatever else while traveling from one job to another, that if they don't vote while they're taking care of all of that, then they're a bad person, they can't get time? No. Like, everybody has different circumstances. Astor B's specific circumstances... Sorry, am I on floor 1 or floor 2? I am on floor 1, which means that I should be able to walk this way and get out on ground level. Astor B's current circumstances is that she's on vacation. She's going to go visit friends and family. If Astor B can find a way to vote, I think that's amazing. And Astor B, I hope you will let us know about that. But if you can't, I don't think that anybody should be racked with guilt. Because we all, in our lives, do the very best that we can. Princess Casey's asking if Americans are voting.
I could see the searchlight beams of the movie theater on the far side of the plaza.
A lot of mistaken Americans are going to try to remind me or guilt me into voting for something that I can't actually vote for. Yeah, Princess Casey is from Scotland. So people should not be, like, coming at her to vote one way or the other. At least in the American election. In the United States, America. Okay, hi. In the United States election is what I'm trying to get to. If you ever hear me say America, I'm usually meaning the United States, and then it quickly occurs to me that there are multiple countries. In North America, we have the United States and Canada, for example. So, I want to go to the cinema, which I don't think I've been to yet. That's a club. That's a stationery store, apparently. And a coffee shop.
Wait.
Here's the television studio. See, outside the rooftops, I do feel like... Okay, very good. I do feel like they do a good job of, like, signposting where you could go. Okay, I got more of those if anybody's interested. You? Shit! We certainly can if you're up for it.
I'm lost in you.
Alright. Sometimes this phone is ringing. I mean, it's not currently, but I don't know. We'll check it out real quick. No. Ashby says, I will see if I can make it work. I won't be able to get to Maryland. I won't be able to get to Maryland before I leave, but we'll see. It could be as simple as a phone call. And Ashby, I'll just say that in my experience, if you call right when they open, you'll usually get through very quickly. Oh, shit. That was the plan with going to go to early voting very early today, and why we arrived 30 minutes early. But yeah, kids, always travel with a book. You never know when you might just have a hot half hour with nothing else to do. Oh, that looks a little bit like a movie kiosk. No, that's a hotel. Bookstore. Yeah, I saw that and thought it might be a movie marquee. Let me just head over in this direction. Do we have any clues? Caldera Street Plaza, construction site, talk show studio, hotel. Well, it's not going to be underground. And we've got the talk show studio. Wait, car wash? Poet Cinema. Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's turn around. I didn't realize that the map went that far down. Let's save it. Let's save it now that I'm off the rooftops. Okay, that light is... Wait, what light? That's off. Yeah, no, I want to keep the lights with me. And I feel like this is my turn. Yes. I hope. Oh, I thought I saw a weapon. No? Oh, okay. I actually hadn't really meant to do that, but sure. No, don't do more. I was like getting ready to do it if one or more of them turned out to be dudes. Okay, I'm just double checking. We are now at the car wash, which is close to a punch in the face. No, I don't know how to do that. I do, it's the flashlight. I'm just slow on the draw.
The shadows were gone. Or just out of sight.
Boy, I wonder what happens if you get here and you don't have any charge left in your flashlight. It would have been like a really deep cut, but it would have been fun if at least one of these shadows had like a, you know, in any given environment, there was a 0.001% chance that one of the shadows would go like, "Don't want to die." I heard you. That's what the backward zombie people. Okay, not really what I was looking to do yet. Hold on. Deadly premonition was the phrase. Deadly premonition. The zombies would go, "Don't want to die."
The door wouldn't open.
They had a couple phrases that I'm not remembering right now, but I remember that one. As they would come towards you and try to like strangle your character. All right, anything back here? No? Okay. I don't know if I've seen that yellow arrow. There's another one.
Wake. Stop using this is just time.
At the end of the game, when I say that I don't think I ever once used a flare correctly, let's all remember that. At least once, one time, I did it the way that you're supposed to. There was a thing I was following. Was that it? Oh. Well, I'll take this. Yeah, that's all good news for me. I gotta use shotgun again for a while. But I was following some, yellow arrows. This one points that way specifically. Oh, did you guys know that, so a game just came out that I had sort of heard of. I had no idea that it was coming out. I had no idea that it was done. I didn't know that it was being given away with like AMD graphics cards. And I did not know that it has the actor who played Yennefer in the Witcher TV series. There it is. But it's called Unknown 9 Awakening. And according to like the Steam reviews and stuff, it's real rough. Like it's just real rough on like a technical level. It's got like some like a lot of FSR artifacting, and it seems to be sort of like a hodgepodge of different combat and stealth and like RPG mechanics that don't really gel together very well. But I was just what struck me is that the game's been out for like a couple of days, and it had like a like 30 reviews on Steam. Just like it. I don't understand who, like, where's the marketing on it? I'm just very surprised that something could be, you know, released to that much of a whisper. But it's more a curiosity than anything else. So we have another word of aid. The odds of my ever using hand flare a second time successfully is pretty low. Effectiveness of trauma pads, yes. Yeah, let's just split our points. I'm fine with it. 10% isn't much, but it's something. Yeah. Ladder up. Oh, wait, Echo. Hold on. I don't want to leave this behind because maybe I need to do this before we, like, go up to ladder. So we're looking for a white dot or a dark dot. And it may not be visible from here. We might need to go up onto the roof to get it. Oh, hold on. We have dark dot. Now we need light dot. Here we go.
Something kept me going. A broken man. No hope, no prospects, no love. Too stubborn to die. Like a cockroach with a misguided sense of honor and justice in a city where there can never be justice.
Because, like, one of the things that you hear from game developers over and over and over again is that most games are incredibly unfun up until, like, the very last leg of development. And it's not even, like, getting out all the bugs. It's improving the flow. It's getting that polish onto the interface, onto the movement, onto, like, the transition between animations and stuff. Some of that stuff sometimes it's like a very late addition, these final like balance passes, not polish passes rather, that all the balance work is done, all the game mechanics are in place, all the like primary graphical assets are there, but like it's just like super rough around the edges. And of all things, there was some great like behind the scenes work, behind the scenes like making of stuff on Until Dawn, back when that original game came out, not the remake that they just released, but and they showed it off at like various stages. And I want to say one of them was like, yeah, this was like 3 months before release, and it looked like trash. Like don't get me wrong. Like I really liked Until Dawn, but like leading up to release, it was still like really, really rough looking. So I just don't know at what point in a development cycle somebody says, yeah, this one's not going to be worth marketing to anybody because after all, it doesn't look very good. I feel like I hear that a lot from people, and mostly from people who, in my opinion, don't know anything about how games are made, because I feel like video games are like, it takes a bit for them to all come together. And I'm not sure that you can look at a lot of games a year out from release or even 6 months out from release and say, oh man, this is a Hall of Famer. This is a really great one. Another, oh, hold on.
No, they say God made us in his image. Just like us, he is an uncaring, cruel son of a bitch. Having made it in heaven, he doesn't want us there, dirtying up all that nice white upholstery. And he doesn't want to reach down to help us. He gets his kicks just binge-watching us struggling, hurting, killing, dying, screwing it up again and again. Lazily stirring it up when things threaten to get too placid. This city is only here to satisfy his sick, voyeuristic pleasure.
Okay, was there anything else up here aside from that? Probably not. All right, let's try to get into the cinema now. Oh, and Sam Lynn is saying, unless you're Woob. That's the Factorio developer, yeah? You leave me alone. I was thinking that, like, Notch at one point said that, like, Minecraft was like $1 billion
closed. Maybe the ticket could still get me in.
Product, and they'd never spent $1 on marketing. I'm trying to remember. It was a very Notch thing to say, but ticket.
Please enjoy the film, sir.
Oh, hold on, darn it! I was all set to enjoy a film. Someone says Minecraft didn't need to market; YouTube did it for them. It was certainly a big cultural phenomenon when that came around. Oh well, that I feel like is the game saying you have enough. Don't be so greedy. Anything else in this area? No, we're into the cinema.
The cinema lobby was a gateway to other realities on the silver screen. I could set a scene here.
I say no. The question, how do you run from an idea, from a thought, from a story that lives in your head? You can't escape your fears. You carry your monsters with you. The devil on your back, it's in you. You're running right back to it. A loop. I have to stop. Stop running. Stop writing. I won't write another word. It's too dangerous. Only horror comes out of it. People get hurt. I will let the currents of this ocean wash me away. But what if I forget why I stopped? What if I forget I stopped at all that is fucked up? If that happens, I'll start writing again.
Did I stop writing at some point? I can't stop. There's too much at stake.
Well, I feel like the Alan that stopped writing was probably at an earlier point in the process where he thought that if I just don't write anything, then the dark place, Mr. Scratch, whatever, can't ever get out. So I just like won't, you know, the way to win is not to play. So I'm just going to not type, but you can like lose yourself over the weeks and months and years and decades. 1 decade to be specific. All right. So the next segment is going to be a whole bunch of like puzzle solving, you know, going through the different zones and stuff, the different plot threads. So I feel like this is going to be a good opportunity to call it, hey, we actually made it all the way through to the end of an episode of Alan Wake 2. It feels like it's been a while. So thank you guys very much for coming along. Very, very fun episode. Asperby, I hope that you continue to have a fantastic trip. Carol Luna and Patikin, thank you very much for the raids, and anybody else that came along. For Kay and Casabella and oh gosh, so many other people. Really a wonderful way to spend a Wednesday, and we will see you again possibly tomorrow. The schedule this week is going to be very very unsettled. Kay, if I didn't say Kay, Princess Casey, thank you all very, very much. We're gonna go find somebody fun to raid. Cozy, all the people that I want to say, just know that I'm saying it. We will bounce out here and find somebody fun to raid. Maybe see you tomorrow, and then certainly at some point over the weekend. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.